I do need to paint. Maybe I'll just listen to this on Friday.
Yeah. So I'll listen to it. Get some motivation.
God, I sound great.
Hello, welcome to episode 5 of Talking Shire, podcast about the Middle-earth strategy battle game from the community here in the northeast of England. My name's Jamie, and once again I'm joined by Nick.
Hello.
And Jonathan.
Hello.
As we talk all sorts of rubbish about the game we love. So, this episode, we're going to talk all about monsters of Middle-earth. So, we had a question from Phil. I don't know if you remember that episode, guys.
It was about 6 months ago now.
Yeah.
So, Phil got in touch with lots of questions. But one of them was about monsters. So, it was, how and when would each brutal power attack with monsters best be utilised? Feel free to include unique ones, so i.e. Sauron and the Watcher. So we're going to start off with that one. So we'll talk about, how many monsters have we come up against then in the meantime?
I've played against, a troll.
Nice.
A good start.
That might be it. I genuinely can't remember.
Wow.
It shows how off meta your armies are, because we're very much in a monster meta that you've only played one troll in like 3 months.
Yeah, I'm trying to think now. I just somehow I just don't come up against monsters very often.
Yeah.
I haven't played against the bears. The only time I played Ents this edition was almost 12 months ago, because it was you, Jamie, when you were ringing for your own event at Eglarest. That was the only Ent game I've played this edition.
Oh wow, okay.
Somehow.
Wow.
Yeah, that went well for me.
Yeah. Similarly, I've only played Ent once competitively, and that was at the 100 Don't Move Mac and Anger.
Yes.
I think I've been against a couple of Eagles, but I've never been against the Eagles.
Yes.
I've only gone against Eagles in Men of the West. I played up against Men of the West. I had Guahir, and one of them had a couple of normal Eagles in.
Well, that counts.
But yeah, I've just managed to not play that many monsters.
Have you never come up against like a Shelob?
Against you once in that one practice game.
Yeah, I remember
where
that game.
Shelob spent most of the game skirting around the corner of the board, to the point where you charged with her, and I was like, I forgot you had that.
Yeah. It's important that I hadn't actually finished painting Shelob yet, so she was just a completely like grey blob.
She was blending in with the wall, which made it easier to hide her, yeah.
Just playing stock and
she does look like terrain, so
nice.
I do forgive you for that.
Yeah.
I've somehow been mostly spared by it.
Oh, look at you.
I've played just at Don't Move Mac at Anger. I played the Eagles, and then I played Guahir and Men of the West, and I played Fangorn, and I played Depths of Moria.
Wow.
With the Balrog.
You went to school that day, didn't you?
So, and I'd only played up till then. I had only played Men of the West out of those 4. Okay. So I learned a lot about playing monsters. Yeah, but it's fun.
I think all of my experience with monsters is using them. I've always loved monsters. One of the main reasons I got a Moria armies because I wanted a Cave Drake. I got a Balrog as a kind of as a gift. Painted it up. Thought, I should probably learn the game because it's a cool model. Learn the game, via the Balrog in the old edition, and was just really fun. And then I thought, I've got to get a Cave Drake. That's really fun. So built up an army around the Cave Drake. I've got a Cave Troll, and then it's just been like, and then I was like, Ents. Oh, Ents are fun. Let's use Ents. And so I've got quite a bit of experience with monsters now. It's been a lot of fun.
I used them quite a lot more last edition than I did this, because I did my first army was, technically my first army was Dunland, but I only played one game with them. Yeah. And then I shifted to Moria because I had the Balrog.
Yes.
So a friend was doing a clear out model, so he sold it me really cheap. And I bought a couple of Cave Trolls to go in that. So I was using quite a few monsters when I was playing the Moria. But I haven't used any of those since this edition, because I think I didn't quite have enough goblins to run depths at the start of the edition. And then the meta happened and I felt dirty entertaining the idea after that. And doing like low points games with trolls isn't as easy now as it was, because you have to take the chain.
Yes.
Which is a nuisance. I don't know what, like some of the models don't even have the chain.
No.
So I don't know why you have to take the chain. The only one you can currently buy doesn't have the chain.
Oh, really?
No, he's got the short little link on his neck. It's on the metal ones. It's one of the ones with his arms outstretched. He's got the chain running all the way down to his hand. That's the one that can throw the chain.
Yeah.
But it's compulsory, so like a lot of my goblins are prowlers as well.
Yes.
So you add that to the trolls, and it's like, oh, I'm comfortably over my throwing weapon limit on anything less than like 700 points now.
Yeah.
So I haven't really, and I'm too lazy to rebase my trolls because they're
they've
got a 40 mil bases still.
Yeah, 50 mil now.
You also can't have a banner in Moria.
Yes.
So the cave trolls are just so unreliable.
Yeah, they're quite expensive, especially when anything monster related in Moria is expensive because of the troops. Because you can have loads of goblins instead, so it's really hard to it's hard to justify the mid tier monsters like the cave trolls and even the cave drake to an extent when you've got access to a Balrog and a Watcher. It's hard to kind of fit them in now.
Yeah, and the trolls have been nerfed hard. Like the compulsory throwing weapon is a pain. The bigger base is a big nerf.
Yeah,
but also they've lost Burley.
Yes, that's massive.
Which is huge.
Yeah.
Like,
you've got to take a 1.5 hammer at them or a spear. But there's no point ever using it two-handed because. Yeah, well, if usually using a cave troll against like tying up heroes and stuff, you don't want to be two-handed against them.
Well, if you're up against heroes, you might as well use the spear anyway because you get the mighty blow equivalent thing on. Only that one I found out. Like you would have thought that the spear that the Isengard troll gets would get that, but no, that's just a normal spear. It's not a troll spear, which I think is really funny.
I do like how you can support with other trolls can support other trolls with the spear.
It's like Gil-galad supporting people in combat. It's like when does this ever come up?
I can think of one scenario. For the troll, at least.
Yeah.
If you're up against Glorfindel.
Yes. You can only lose one at a time.
Because then it's like, you potentially. Well, then again, because what's Glorf's fight? Is he fight 9? Or is he fight 8?
Fight 8, yeah.
The trolls are fight 8 as well, aren't they?
No.
I think.
The cave trolls aren't.
The cave trolls fight 6.
Fight 6.
The
6.
Yeah,
fight 6, strength 6, defense 6.
Yeah. I was thinking, like. What about Isengard trolls? What's their fight? Are they fight?
They might be 7.
I think they're 7.
It's a chieftain, that's 8.
Right. But that would have been my only justification. Would have been a scenario where up against someone that gets bonuses against monsters, and you just want the high fight.
Yeah.
Morden.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So fighting Morden.
That's a better example.
Yeah. Cool. So we'll talk about the brutal power attacks. Then we'll start with the basic ones. Like when would you use? So the 3 standard ones for the monsters are Hurl, Bodge, and Rend. So when would you use each? I mean, there's quite an obvious one for Hurl. Hurl's
every time ever.
It's
playing Eagles.
Hurl is my favourite one.
Yeah, it's like with good monsters as well because Hurl relies heavily on the intelligence.
Yeah,
and obviously good monsters are more intelligent across the board. Eagles and Ents and Bears, basically. So Hurl. It's essentially just a dart throwing, isn't it? It's it doesn't matter how many in the ways. You have to have line of sight. But it can just be partial line of sight. There could be terrain in the way, and you can still do it, which is a little bit silly, I think.
You're not taking in the way test or anything, so
no.
It's,
And it's Hurl's very good at just keeping heroes on their arse.
Yes. I used Shelob hurled every time that in a game against Battle of Fornost. Every time Glorfindel stood up, Shelob just hurled another elf or man at him again, and then he's back on his arse.
Yep.
And then, maybe I win priority next turn, he doesn't get up. I get like.
Well, you're safe because you can't make strikes. So
it can really it makes a lot of big heroes completely toothless.
Yeah.
And getting rid of cavalry, it's awful. It's awful.
I mean, is it better than old edition? Because in the old edition, you used to pick a target, you threw the thing at the model at the target. Everything in between that and the target was obviously knocked prone.
Yeah.
But there was no intelligence test. The distance was shorter, I believe. Or was it the same? I can't quite remember. But I mean, it feels less bad than that. But then intelligence means that good monsters are just better at it than evil monsters.
Yeah.
And so evil monsters just took a nerf because they're not as intelligent.
Yeah.
But evil armies tend to have more access to monsters.
I feel like there must be something about it that's better this edition because I don't recall anybody ever really using it that much last edition. I didn't see just crop up
quite a lot.
Yeah, it's really
that often, but it seems to be used like it's standard practice. Like everyone uses it all the time, every day.
The problem with Hurl last edition was that it would hit your troops as well.
Yeah, so knocked yours prone.
Yes, that's it.
That's right. Yeah,
but then I think this edition, I think it's better this edition.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to worry about hitting your guys.
No risk to your guys.
And then if you knock someone prone, they're still in combat.
Yeah.
And it's like if you're a hero who called strike, and then your opponent throws someone into the combat, you've struck for no reason.
Yeah, it's just a waste of might.
You've changed the combat that was maybe if it's a big hero dunking on a captain or something like that.
Right, big hero versus big hero. And you think, that could go either way. Yeah, but then you lob someone into the combat, knock them prone. It just changes the whole thing, doesn't it?
So that sounds like the strength to me then, compared to last edition, is the consistency.
Yes.
A bit like the differences in like Heroic Channel, for instance, where it's like Heroic Channel now isn't as strong as it was, but it's more consistent. I think that makes it better.
Yeah,
so that's the thing. It's like, because you're not going to hurt yourself with it.
Yes.
Even though the damage, like the amount of things you're knocking prone might be lower, the amount of damage you're doing might be lower. But the fact that there's absolutely zero risk, you might as well now.
Yeah, I think
no downside anymore.
Just remembering the old edition as well, though, you had to, if you really wanted a good hurl to go off, you had to move your monster into a perfect kind of position to make that line. So that was tricky sometimes. It was really hard to kind of maneuver your monster in a way that you got the best hurl off. You might just have to make do with knocking one prone, but you could get 2 or 3. So I suppose there's arguments either way, but I know no one liked the old hurl rule and no one likes the new hurl rule. But it is monsters should be able to do it. It probably needs a tweak, I suppose. It should definitely have in the ways.
It shouldn't be like the default choice, because especially like if you're up against a warrior with most monsters have 3 attacks.
Yeah.
And if you're in a 1-on-1, you're putting all 3 of them into the same thing, and if it's got less than 3 wounds, what's the point? Whereas with a hurl, you're putting one of those 3 onto something else.
Yes, exactly.
And it's probably going to be lower strength than if you just done strikes. But on the other hand, strength 6 is more than enough for most things.
Yeah.
And then again, like you say, you're knocking them prone, and if it's something like something that's potentially scary to your monster, like say if you went against a Glorfindel, like you don't want to risk him surviving those strikes and then stabbing you the next turn. So just get him somewhere else.
Hurl him away.
I tell you, in the new edition compared to the old edition, the hurl rule. In the old edition, it used to call ent bowling. So you have all your ents in a line, and you'll be fighting like 7 dudes each, and you'll call a combat with the first one. So he gets to go first, and he'll just lob a model into the next combat. Obviously, everything goes prone. So it would knock everyone in that combat prone except for the end. And then so the next combat would be that one maybe. And then you just lob it into the other one, and just every model is now prone in that list. In obviously in the new edition with the ends, it's just one model. And like nothing else is knocked prone. So in I suppose in that unique scenario, the new hurl is much better. But yes, I think it's just the sheer pinpoint accuracy of the hurl. It's just a bit off, I think.
Yeah, I think that change though makes barge a lot more prevalent. I think,
yes, we'll move. Yeah, so barge. Barge is a rule that if you win the combat, you push everyone in that combat back 3 inches in a direction of your own choosing, and then you get to move again. So it used to be D6 inches, I believe, but now it's 3 inches plus D3. So it's your guaranteed 4-inch movement off it, which is really good. But yeah, I essentially going back to the ends again, essentially using barge as a free heroic move. You get yourself out of trouble, away from danger, and into one guy, for example. Basically a free heroic combat without spend any might, but obviously you don't have to kill anything either. So
and it's like giving heroic combats to warriors as well.
Yes,
you got it with like a great eagle or a regular ent or a troll.
Yeah,
as well.
It's so good. Sorry,
I was going to say the best way that I saw barge used at the tournament, against me, unfortunately. But Gwahir, because I was using Breaking the Fellowship, I've got lots of heroes.
Yeah,
but Gwahir charged into combat, and where I thought, great, Gwahir's going to kill Haldir. Whatever, I've still got Boromir there, and Legolas there, and I think I had Frodo there as well.
My goodness.
So then, but they were all within 4 to 6 inches of Gwahir. So when it came to like combat, suddenly I was like, I'm gonna have to spend maybe 3 might here to protect all of my heroes.
Yeah.
Because if I don't spend might on all of them, then Gwahir's gonna charge into the one that I don't spend might on.
Yes, absolutely.
It's such a pain, but it can really drain all those resources just from the threat of it.
It's really great late game as well for that extra bit of movement. I used it to get to objectives late game. So if I don't need to kill any more warriors because the army's pretty much broken, and or the game's going to end. Yeah, and it's just a great way of moving that 4 inches towards an objective or up towards the middle or something like that.
And it's good if you're up against something really tanky as well, or if you're surrounded big ways, like take the Balrog for instance. He gets his free heroic combat, but if you're into like 7 things, that combat's not going to be any good because you're not going to kill all of them.
Yes, exactly.
Even if you roll really high, you're not going to get all of them. So if you desperately need to be somewhere else, just barge.
Yeah, barge.
Again.
Yeah.
Because you've taken the risk out. There's no risk anymore.
Exactly.
You don't have to kill them all. You don't have to worry about rolling low.
Yeah. So. And you choose where your opponent's models go.
Yes.
Which is huge for like things like hold ground.
Oh yeah.
If you have a couple of monsters,
just push them all out of the way.
Everything off. It's just you can flip an objective immediately.
So I tried to use that against it was against Tom Spate in the 100 in December. It was that one we have to move up. You get the fortification points.
Oh yeah.
And stake a claim.
Yeah, stake a claim. And so I got to the objective, and he had loads of guys. I only had a few ents. So it was a case. So on a few turns, it was like, do I try and whittle these numbers down, or I just barge them all off the objective and score some points? And I tried that. I mean, me ents just couldn't roll for toffee that day, so that didn't help. But I was choosing the barge, and I was scoring extra points just because I was able to get all of his models off the objectives every turn and get some bonus points, and it was just really handy for doing that. So that was fun. Yeah. So barge is good for a few different reasons.
Barge is nuts now, I think.
Barge is really good utility. It's like Hurl is the one for killing things.
Yeah.
Barge is pure utility.
Yes.
And then there's the other one.
Which no one ever uses.
Rend.
We
all love. It's very simple.
It is, yeah.
If you're in combat with the hero, rend them.
Yes, because obviously
essentially, as long as it's a 3,
wounding them on their strength value rather than the defense value. Yeah. So
I think the thing with Rend that stops it from being used is that the best use cases for it all have mithril armor.
Yeah.
So then you can't
got such high defense, and you're like, well, I can't rend them anyway. Yeah.
I suppose how many models are there that are sort of D7? 3 wounds that you'd think, well, I'll take a
couple of elf heroes. Elrond.
Maybe Elisar, but if he's up against a troll, he'll add heroic defense. If I was really worried about it, I'd probably more likely just strike and try and win the combat anyway.
Yeah. But against a cave troll and stuff, someone like Aragorn can probably tank 3 hits. Yeah. Because he's not going to most likely die off them 3 hits. Off them 3 rolls, sorry, those 3 dice. But against, for like Treebeard, 4 attacks is obviously strength 8.
Strength 8.
So it doesn't matter whether you rend or go on his defense because you're hitting them either way.
Yeah.
You hit them on 3s. Anyway, I think when I've used Ents in the past, I've chosen not to rend because most of the time I'm trying to just kill as many guys as I can. And obviously they have their own brutal power attack, which is very good as well.
I think it would probably be worth it if you're like in a 1v1 with Elrond when he's out of Fate, or like a King of Men with heavy armor, something like that.
Yeah,
because there aren't that many heroes that have sufficiently low strength for it to really be worth the faff. And even then, like, you could just hurl them.
Well, that's it.
And then they're prone.
Yeah,
and it's like you're doing strength 6 hits to them.
Strikes
it's like sure, if you're going into someone like Elrond, you're hurling, you're wounding on 5s, but then you could throw him into another monster or throw him into one of your big heroes and he's on his ass. And then doubling your dice, and that's more consistent. So
I think that you could even you can barge and then you can try and trap your opponent by moving. If they've got enough models into you, you can try and trap a specific hero and then you're just doubling strikes. And you don't get to attack their strength instead, but
well, that's
like you say, I don't think it's...
No, it's not. And I mean, if you've got a monster that has monstrous charge, obviously you get extra dice for the charge. And if you've won the combat, you've knocked them prone, so you double your dice. But if you rend, you don't get the double dice. You just use the 4. So it makes 0 sense to use in that.
I didn't know that. Was
you
the
have
case.
to choose to rend and get just your 4 attacks, or you can use your normal attacks, which would be 8 or whatever.
That sucks.
Yeah. So you would just never use it in that situation. Rend doesn't use as much. I think it got used a lot more in the last edition. Because there was a lot of high defense, and you just But in this edition, you're definitely better off using the other two.
Yeah,
I think it's sort of in a similar place to like Blades of the Dead, where like there's a handful of scenarios where it's pretty good, but 99% of the time it's just roughly the same. It's just doing nothing.
He's rolling 3s and 4s anyway. It doesn't really make a difference.
I think last edition you had more soup lists as well, where you'd have maybe a monster.
Yeah,
where Rend might be more useful against just one hero.
Yeah,
but now that you've got lists, and the monster lists are monster lists now.
Yes,
you've got like 6 monsters. You need to be barging, you need to be hurling so that
you need that
pressure everywhere. Instead of just going, I want you to die.
One person. Yeah, absolutely. That's the 3 kind of base ones that all monsters can use. So I actually had a question of Peter Frame a couple of months ago, or maybe a month ago, which said, "Morning, gents. Simple one. What is your favourite brutal power attack in the game?" So he says, "My favourite is the Below from Bill the Troll. Mince 'em fine. Instead of making strikes, Bill may choose a single enemy model involved in the combat. Bill and the chosen model both roll a d6 and add their respective strength characteristics. Then the chosen model suffers a number of wounds equal to the difference between the 2 scores." So that's like, it's very themey, very thematic.
I think that one is extremely strong. If you roll well, that can be nuts. You're
talking 5 wounds, isn't it, max?
Because he's what, strength 7?
I imagine so. The troll 7 or 8.
I think they're both 7, and then
7.
I think one of them is. I think Tom is 6.
Okay,
and the other 2 are 7.
The snotty one is,
or they're 8 and he's 7. Tom is 1 lower than the other 2. I know that much.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But that's
still, you're probably good. You're probably 3 higher than anything, and unless you're doing it to like the Keeper of the Dungeons, which is like, why are you doing this power attack to the Keeper of the Dungeons?
Yeah,
but
there's another damnation on Rend as well, because it's like
exactly
compare the
2. He's never ending ever. There's just no point. That's a good question. So what is your favorite? Have you had do you know off the top of your head?
I mean, just for the fun of it, I forget which one it is. One of the other 3 trolls has the hold him over the fire one, which is useless but funny. So I have a soft spot for that one. But I think my ultimate favorite is going to be Flames of Evil from Sauron. Because I've had fun. I've had fun with that one.
Explain what it is then for the audience.
He picks a model up. They take a strength 10 hit. He throws them prone, and they're set ablaze.
So that's just so good.
What's it, strength 6 or strength 5 hits from set ablaze? I forget which it is.
6 maybe. I think.
Yeah.
Final game of the 100, I played Tim Elwes, and he had his Sauron and 5 trolls, and he was like, "Shall I just set Treebeard on fire?" I'm like, "Go on, do it. You know you want to. You know you won the game by that point." And I was like, "You know you want to," because it's so funny. I get to knock Treebeard prone and set him on fire. I was like, "Go on." So then, and then the next turn, Treebeard was running towards the water. so that was a lot of fun. It's such a good rule. It never comes up.
I used it. I used it extensively at the Christmas tournament against Thomas with Durin, because I was like, because he's D9, I was like, I'm not massively consistently wounding him with strikes.
And you can't rend.
Can't rend
again.
Yeah, there you go.
And I don't want to
slander.
There's one of those rare occasions where I didn't want to hurl him because I wanted him dead, and he was trying to get away from me. So I just Flames of Evil, threw him on the floor, walked back into him, won the fight again, and I was like, I could strike you now, but I'm just going to do it again. Another Flames of Evil, throw you back on the
floor. Stay down.
That just feels like bullying.
It took me several turns to eventually kill him, but it was worth it, because it would pick him up, set him on fire, throw him back down again.
That's brilliant.
Well, I think he maybe had one turn where he was able to crawl to put himself out, and then I just did it again.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
That was such a funny game, because that was the classic Sauron experience. I got down to just Sauron.
Yeah.
And he got down to just Mardin. And he'd gotten just enough distance on me that I wasn't quite able to catch him. It was Fog of War.
Yeah.
And Mardin was my target because he was the only hero that could be my target. He only had 2 heroes. Yeah. And I think I was like, on the last turn, I was like 2 or 3 inches away from being able to chill soul him, just to get that one wound on him, because he fated the only wound I did to him. And also, it was Dark of the Night, so on that particular one, because that was a special Christmas scenario, wasn't it? Where we made the last one's Dark of the Night. So the only wound Sauron took was just from a random
Random
Dwarf Archer.
Nice.
Dwarf Archer that rolled a 2 5s on his.
Nice.
On his
Love it.
Perfect.
so
That's exactly why I put it like that.
Tip the balance of the scores
Dark
in the
of
end.
Night,
So
yeah.
we're both down to one model, but ended up losing to that.
Oh my goodness me. Oh
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah, I think off the top of my head, my favourite is because I've used Ents quite a lot, is the bludgeon. The bludgeon rule.
That one's funny.
It very, you know what it is, I've used it a handful of times. It's only gone off once. It's just been so unreliable because you just have to roll bad on the first one. So you pick up a model, you use them as a bludgeon, you roll to see if him and and the person you hit has taken a wound. And if either of them survive, then the attack just stops and they're both knocked prone, and that's it. But so in the game against Tom Spade, that comes because I'd lost by this point really heavily, and I thought, you know what, last combat of the game, I think it was one of me generic Ents against five guys all mounted, and he just picked one of them up and killed them all. And I was like, why didn't I do that earlier? I was surrounded by like 7 people, and it happened. I used it once and it went off, and it was so fun, just rolling high, dead. And it was, I think it's such a fun themey thing. It very rarely actually comes off, but when it does, it's so good. I really enjoy that one. Yeah,
I'm a big fan of Shelob's paralyze ability.
Yeah,
because it's just, she rarely wins fights against big heroes, but on the off chance that she does, they very quickly will drop as many might as they need to drop in order to not be paralyzed by Shelob. Like, it's a massive drain because if you're paralyzed, that's it.
Yeah, you can't.
You're on the ground, man.
Yeah.
Or
You're
lose
not
fights.
getting
Yeah.
up. It's terrible, and it's not, it's not like a barrel weight way of getting paralyzed off. She has to work for it.
Yeah.
But only the barrel weight won't go away if she runs out of resources.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are down.
You're just down, yeah.
Yeah.
Indefinitely.
For the rest of the game, you need to be. So, yeah, it rarely comes off because usually if she goes into something big, then it can strike, and then she's losing that fight anyway.
Yeah.
But if she can gang up on something.
It's the same principle as giant Mirkwood spiders. It's just people are so scared of the potential.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't need to go off often. It only needs to go off once, and then that's it. Game over.
Yeah.
So even if it's a 1 in 30 chance of it actually happening, people aren't going to take those odds.
No,
if it could cripple the game for them.
Yeah.
So
People move their entire armies to stay out of the way of that paralyze.
yeah.
Like,
I get that.
even using one barrow white in a game, and like the whole army just shifts around the board away from the barrow white. Like, I can only have paralyze like 4 people, and then it runs out. So, and that's if it goes off every time. But it's the mind games, isn't it?
Yeah.
If the
As a
potential
podcast, we do not condone barrel weights.
I do.
Just
I do.
distance myself
I
from
genuinely,
Jamie.
having used them recently, I don't think they're as good as everyone makes out.
No, they're
I
not.
think because like people said, like, oh well, you put a paralyze in, and then Gullivar goes in a Rex house, or the Witch King goes in a Rex house. It's like, yes, so that what you're telling me is that Gullivar is good and the Witch King is good. The Barrow Whites are just incidental. They're supporting the actual strong thing in that army.
Yeah.
It's Gullivar that you should be scared of, not the Barrow
Right,
White.
I think Ian Minto might disagree with you on this one because I played him with my host of the Witch King. It was going to be 2 or 3 weeks ago because I'm practicing a list at 800 points, and I played up against these Bjornings, and I basically baited Grim Bjorn out to the side of the board, and then Bjorn was in the middle, ready to charge my lines, and I managed to I tried to transfix him first when he was in combat, and took these will and stuff away. And then I just went in with the Barrow White, paralyzed him, and he was down for the entire game until he died. So he was down to one bear and a bunch of Bjornings, and they just did nothing because he he got paralyzed. So I think he would disagree that Barrow White's on.
Our first game, the Balrog, paralyzed.
Oh yes,
that was pretty good.
That was all edition where it obviously now it's exhaustion.
Yeah.
So obviously if the Barrow White runs out of will, the spell just goes off, stops being in effect.
Yeah.
So I think that change was good. I think that definitely nerfs it slightly, but then they made it a 3+ instead of a 4+.
Yeah.
So like
it's interesting because
you nerfed it and then give it back again.
It's still a gamble, so I think the exhaustion is more of a nerf than the 3+ is a buff.
Yeah.
Because I've had some rancid luck with dice with Barrow Whites,
and casting spells,
or just casting spells in general. Like the amount of times I've 2 dice to spell it's a 3+ and just roll 2 1s, and it's like, okay, nothing I can do about that then.
I think since it's a monster episode,
yes,
Barrow Whites love unnamed, like warrior heroes.
Yeah,
warrior monsters.
Warrior monsters, yeah.
If they come against a troll, it's like, oh yeah, I'll one dice a paralyze. That's 100 points gone. You know,
that's what I'm saying. Bjorn just out for the count. So yeah, I mean the threat. So yeah, countering monsters. Magic.
They just don't care.
Oh yeah,
they just don't care about magic
whatsoever. Do not care.
Unless you're Ed. That's very fair.
Yeah. Well, monsters can go down to magic quite easily. You've got transfixed every turn, or like Witch King against a troll. Just trolls don't do anything.
Yeah.
So they can be turned off quite. Well, that's the thing you have to weigh when you're putting monsters into your list. Is kind of what am I going to come against? You want them there as a threat. If you come against magic, you kind of have to play the rest of your army. They're going to try and turn off your heroes or your monsters.
I think monsters ultimately need to go against. You need to put them up against whatever category they are.
Yes.
Hero monsters going to heroes. Warrior monsters really you want to put them into warriors because
a
lot of heroes will have a high enough fight that at the very least they can strike up to beat the monster.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they've got might to put behind that if you roll low, even if they don't have enough fight.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's like that. It's not too hard for it, even a mid-tier hero to, at the very least, stall a monster.
Yes.
Whereas run them into warriors, and you can just smash the
troop munchers
hell out of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. So that's our favourites then. Yeah. So on to the next bit then. So we're challenged each other to choose we're top 5 monsters. So this could be monsters we'd like to see more, monsters we like to see on the table, or monsters that we just like. We like using profiles or anything like that. So who would like to start with monster number 5?
Yeah, that was going to be my first question. I was starting at number 5.
Start at the bottom. Number 5. Who wants to start?
I'll go first. Yeah. I reckon at least one of you have put this. I've combined them all into one because you have to take them all together, and it's the 3 trolls.
All right. I haven't chosen the 3 trolls.
I haven't chosen the 3 trolls.
Oh.
No.
So
I have zero experience with them. That's the
that's
why. I've heard very good things.
Yes.
I've only played against them once, but they were fun to play against, and I just think they're cool.
Yeah.
And they're interesting, and so like my list is sort of like they're ones I want to see more of rather than necessarily my favourites. Like
yes.
There may be monsters that I personally prefer using or prefer playing against more, but I just think these are neat and they need to be seen more often.
Yeah.
The only thing with them that goes against them really in terms of the fun factor is all of their special rules that they get are 50 points a pop.
Yes.
And some of them are better value than others by quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I think there needs to be a little bit of normalising going on in that, because there are some special rules that are really cool that you just don't really see.
Yeah.
Like I forget what it's called now, but like the mutton rule where you put like some beastie markers around, you can pick them up and eat them for health, or the treasure markers that you can drop down to just tag an objective and keep it forever. You've got to
bear in mind, I don't know anything about this.
No idea.
I can't remember all of them because there are so many.
I know there's like the campfire's a banner, and like the
campfire's the banner.
The ones you see quite often.
Yeah.
You can get them so that they're throwing stones as a throwing weapon.
Yes.
You get the one that everyone always auto includes is the one that gives them more will, might.
Full bellies.
Full bellies.
Full
That's
bellies,
one. More will, more might, more wounds.
It's because there's the same kind of ones you see all the time.
Full bellies, rumbling momentum.
There's a tough hides one as well, I think. But then there's stuff like, let's say you get the ones where you get the rocks as throwing weapons.
Yeah.
You can also take an upgrade that lets you pick if it's dark of the night or not.
Oh,
so you take those two together, and that can be really nasty.
Yeah.
So I just think, I think some of the more thematic ones need to be knocked down in price a little bit. Maybe. I don't think any of the others should be made more expensive because they're not a strong enough army to justify making them more expensive anyway, even if some of them are auto includes. But I think some of the others should be made a little bit cheaper, so that at slightly lower points you might think maybe it's worth taking. Like if you made some of them 25 points, for instance, it might be worth taking the treasure one so that you can drop a treasure token down and just hold
two of the thematic ones,
plus the mutton ones, so you can just pick up the like two of those ones that you get the equivalent would be the equivalent of full bellies, maybe.
Yes,
something like that. I think that would be nice for them, because unless you're playing at like 800 plus points, you just see the same setup every single time, because you'd be silly not to take that one.
Yeah.
Which I think is a shame, because they are really cool.
They are really cool models. And
there are some fantastic displays.
Oh,
yeah.
People love hobbying the 3 trolls.
Really you can justify the effort for it, because when you think about like the amount of time that you put into a typical army, if you're painting like 20 to 50 models.
Yeah.
Well, you think, you've only got to do 3
trolls
plus the campfire.
Yeah.
So it's like, the amount of time that you would put into something else, you could either paint them to a really high standard or make a big old display to go with them.
Yeah.
And you'd probably still do it quicker than it would take you to paint a standard army.
Most likely.
Standard.
Absolutely.
Good pick. I like it. Yeah.
Great.
Cool. I'll go next.
Cool.
So mine is this is a one that I've never seen on the table, and not necessarily would take myself because I haven't got all of the army yet, but I just love the model, and that's the Snow Troll. I absolutely love the Snow Troll. It's just the model's really cool. Obviously, it has to go in with Shank and Rot. Yeah. Yep. So they get that cool little mini game. So he's essentially like their little bodyguard. But he's got a couple of cool rules though. He's got on the turn in which he charges, it's called Horned Charge. During the turn in which he charges, he gets a bonus of +1 attack and +1 to his fight value. So he goes to fight 7 4 attacks, which is like nuts.
It's just pretty good. Pretty good.
But otherwise, he's just basically a standard troll after that. But I just love
I like the Snow Troll. So disclosure, Snow Troll was my number 4 pick.
Ah, okay.
So are we doing Snap if we have the same?
I can do, yeah.
Well, might as well because it means I can make my points now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Rather than coming back to the same profile. But I've played against the Snow Troll once.
Yeah.
And it was very scary because I was playing White Hand, so I was a very squishy army.
Oh, yes.
So if he got into combat with me, that was it. I was in trouble. So that was an interesting game of chess that I was having to play because it was, I forget the name of the scenario now, but it's one of the ones where at the end of the turn, you have to be the only person touching the objective and then you tag it and keep it.
Yeah.
So up against Usurpers, he had a lot of bodies.
Yes.
So it wasn't too hard for him to have something on the objective. So I was having a really hard time getting him off the objectives. Meanwhile, the Snow Troll was very slowly creeping towards me. And I had to have Saruman just pour all of his magic into stopping that.
Yes.
Which then meant I couldn't put any magic into Wolf to stop him from mincing through my squishy troops over there. So that was a very nail-bitey game. It was a very close one in the end.
Yeah.
I don't think I lost it, but not by much. And I don't think I was able to actually kill the Snow Troll in the end. All I could do was just slow it down. It was just the looming threat. But I do think it's really cool, and I would like to see more of it.
Yeah.
And it's so necessary to that list as well, because without the Snow Troll, they've got like nothing.
No, it's just Besiegers of the Hornburg, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you get access to Wolf, Targ, Chieftains, and that's it. And then you've got obviously Shanks and
Usurpers get a few extra heroes, and Usurpers get the traitor Rohan.
It's very much a
Besiegers gets nothing, so like you need the Snow Troll for that list to really be fun.
Yeah.
It does take a bit of pressure off Wolf, I think.
Yeah.
I think Besiegers is a cool... If there was like an objective based, if I went to a tournament that said, "Oh, it's all of the objective scenarios," I would take Besiegers.
Yeah.
But I think Wolf is just he's so fragile.
He's not very reliable. Yeah,
it can be a perfectly strong list even without the troll, but I think it's just so one note.
Yeah,
it's one of those. It's one of those lists where the problem is that there's just not enough to it.
Can you take Crebain in that list as well, or is it just?
I think so. I think you can.
Oh, can you?
God.
I could be wrong, but I think you can.
Well, we should probably say this is pre-FAQ.
Yes. Oh, yes.
It may come out. But so we're not celebrating.
From time of recording, it's potentially tomorrow. It probably should have been last week. But I think if it is tomorrow, then by the time you're hearing this, it's probably already been out and you're all having a debate about it. But yes, we're talking pre-FAQ at this point. So, so love the Snow Troll. I really want one. It was in me basket as soon as it was on pre-release.
Yeah.
They couldn't quite afford it at the time. I was like, I'll get it another time. Haven't got around to getting it yet. I do have Wolf and Targ all assembled. I've got all of me Wildmen assembled. But I just haven't got around to doing that army yet. But I think once I do start painting them out, you'll be back in my shopping cart. I'll be getting it, I think.
Yeah. As soon as I realised you couldn't take it without Shank and Rot, I was like, oh god. They're
Shank and Rot have some
useless. They're fun.
Yeah.
They can make a difference. So in the game that I played against them, Shank and Rot are the reason that he won.
Oh man.
Because the little
bits and fingers.
The treasures.
Yeah.
The treasures, because it's like, was it anytime they kill something, roll dice on a 6, and over the course of the game, he did it twice. And that tipped him into a 1-point victory.
Yes.
If he hadn't had the Snow Troll and Shank and Rot, he would have lost by 1 point.
Yeah.
So by taking them, he won by 1 point.
There you go.
They can make a difference. It's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So my number 5 pick was Beorn.
Oh, okay.
Because he's pretty cool. In the books, he's literally unstoppable. Well, in the book, he's literally unstoppable. And I think the profile sort of reflects that. He's just he's so solid. He's fight 8, strength 8, D8, I think.
Yes.
3 wounds, 3 attacks, 3.
Yeah.
He's such a such a menace.
It's just
in both lists.
Massive tanky unit. Yeah.
But as well, like, he's very good in. You can just pepper him into Battle of the Five Armies, which is fun if you want to
just drop him in there.
Go for it. If you go into Radagast Alliance,
Yep.
He's got that rule where if he kills everything he's in combat with, he gets a free heroic move.
Oof, I didn't know that.
I don't think it can't affect eagles because when he's in bear form.
Yeah.
But it just means that he can just...
Eagles can only benefit from other eagles anyway,
yes.
I think, with the heroics anyway. So, yeah.
So it's just Bayon, but he goes nuts. He becomes unstoppable. It's
very
thematic.
Yeah, and the bears do have monstrous charge, so you're moving first. If you kill everything, you're moving first next turn.
Yeah.
And then you're getting in there. Yeah, doesn't he have to charge every turn?
This is
has
why
to charge.
So I love a hero with a fatal flaw. Shout out to Boromir there. But Bayon he's really, really good. He's so solid, but he has to charge.
Yes.
So he can be. Is
that in both forms or just bear?
Just bear form.
Yeah.
Bear
so,
form,
if you desperately don't want to, you can try and transform out.
I think you have to charge if you're in bear form. So if
you can't charge, you can.
If you can't charge, you can try. But
to be fair, how many scenarios are there where you wouldn't want to charge?
Well, because people can just drag them off with a. Like cavalry can just try and spin them away.
Exactly what happened.
You have to be very careful with them.
So I went over to Ian's on Sunday and he was practicing his Bjorn list, and I was like, just take me Rohan. It was the first box I grabbed, so I had a bunch of cavalry in there, and I put me cav down the sides, and basically. Yeah, he got dragged out. So there was two riders on the side. I didn't know about the rule you had to charge at the time, and he ran around the two riders around the side because we've got a flank around the back. Because it was treasure hoard, and I had some of the treasures. I wanted to get people on the back part of the board, and I went on the side, and Bjorn was bang in the middle of like them riders and some of my troops, and so obviously he was going to come back towards me and try to get into my troops, but I called a heroic move, and then won the roll off, moved everyone out of the way, and then he had to charge my riders, so he was just stuck 12 inches away from everyone else because he had to charge, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that. That was a genius idea by me, even though I didn't mean to. So that rule can really suck sometimes.
Yeah, it can hamstring him a bit.
Yeah,
but I prefer that to. I don't think Grimbeorn has the same rule.
No, he doesn't.
Which I think it does make him better, but it makes it a bit more boring.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, okay, Grimbeorn, you've got self-restraint. Great.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the mutton chops. Have you seen Bjorn's model with the mutton chops?
Brilliant.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, it's really, really fun models to paint as well. I painted them up for Ian, and they were a lot of fun. I love a big monster model you can just dry brush to. Yeah, it's really good.
I bought Bayon the bear when it came out.
Right.
It has literally been in my to-do list for over a decade.
Wow. Okay. It's good to see.
Yeah.
Curiously on the topic, you are the only person, Jonathan, that I've ever met that prefers Bayon to Grimbeorn.
I know.
The model, anyway, regardless of the rules.
It looks
I thought you were joking.
No,
when everyone was talking about how much better Grimbeorn was, and you piped up with.
Yeah, because when everyone else was like, "You're joking, Grimbeorn's obviously better," I was like, "Haha, good one." But no, I think the other one, he looks sort of. Grimbeorn is much stockier.
Yeah.
But he just looks sort of immobile.
Yeah,
it's difficult to. He does look like a bear, but.
Grimbeorn's a very generic bear.
Yes.
It looks like a very generic bear, but I think the Bjorn model has a bit more character to it.
Yeah, Bjorn looks more middle-aged.
Grimbeorn's the better model to paint. It's much more robust and it's much better to paint. But the actual pose and the character behind it, I think I do prefer the Bjorn model.
I just love a chunky bear.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a chunky bear, and Grimbeorn is proper bear shaped.
Yeah. I do suffer from looking at models on the website and thinking, oh, I hate that. And then as soon as I have the physical
actual model,
I think, amazing. Yeah. So it could just be that.
Yeah.
To be fair.
I've seen them on the website, and then you get them. Yeah, as I said, once you got the model in your hand, I was just like, oh yeah, it's a good model. I guess.
Yeah.
So there you go. Right. So your number 4 has already been, of course.
Yeah. So we can skip that.
Go back.
Go to the next one. I've said my piece on the snow troll.
Number 4 for me is the Goblin King. Oh. I really like the Goblin King.
I actually didn't know he was a monster.
Oh, did you not? No,
I didn't realise.
He's a monster hero, yeah. A monster hero, because he could do all of the monster
I didn't think David Bowie was that tall. Really.
Oh, dear. There's always one. But he's one of those models where I don't mind coming up against. I come against him a couple of times and I thought, Goblin King. He's really strong. He's a good model. He's got a good profile. But obviously the rest of his army is pretty bad, especially in this new edition. They've given it a bit of a nerf, and you don't see it as often. But I've always never minded coming up against him because he's a bit of a challenge. You know, you've got to kind of work around him, and he's just got so many things. Like, I love the. He's got Burly. He's got Cave Dweller, Resist the Magic, blah, blah, blah. But he's also got the Blubbery Mass. It's like a bane. I finally get a wound through, and he just goes, nah. I'm not feeling that. But the fact he could just launch goblins at you.
I love that rule.
The goblin projectile rule is so fun, and I just think that's so themey. It's so like
it is.
You just can't just get one of yours and just you don't even have to be in combat with anyone. Just hurl one of your own models at someone.
Similar to the idea of liking a hero with a flaw. I like an army where you could hurt yourself to do something to your opponent. It's just so funny to me. It's just like I care so little about things like your Uglux and like your Shelobs and your Kardouches, where you can just sack off one of your own guys just to do something cool.
With the goblin, the army list he's in, you get 6 more models in each warband. Do you? Essentially, you get the normal warband, and then you get 6 ammunition.
Yeah, basically.
That's how you should think of it.
But yeah,
Goblin King with a revolver.
But yeah, it's just I just like him. I've never really minded as I come up against him. He's never been a massive, huge threat, but at the same time, he is a really good profile. Yeah, and I think I just. Like him, and
because is he Burly as well?
Burly as well, yeah.
Burly with his two-handed. Used to be a two-handed pick.
Yes, but that doesn't make a difference anymore.
Yeah.
But it's. I mean, I don't much like the character from the movie. I think he's a bit kind of meh, but the actual model looks really cool as well.
Something
I like the model.
Curious about the movie that I don't fully get is at some point between the movie and the book, the goblins established a monarchy because in the book he's not a king.
Yes,
he's the great goblin.
Yes,
which is fine because it's he's the biggest goblin. That makes sense. He's the boss and.
Oh no,
apparently became a king and got a crown. And
got a crown now.
But they still just sit naked in the cave. Like even the goblins of Moria have clothes. But you've got a monarchy, so they're clearly more.
No clothes. Monarchy first.
You've got a political system before you develop weapons and armor. You're just bashing things with bones.
My favorite thing about the Goblin King is the sheer joy that he gives the Goblin Scribe when he's like, go and tell Azog that I've got Thorin. The Goblin Scribe's just like twirling his mustache. It's fantastic. Best cameo in any film.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, that's my number 4 anyway. Yeah.
So my number 4, maybe controversially, is the Balrog.
Oh no, that's not controversial. I love the Balrog.
Because I think, there is, having played against the Balrog, it's a pain.
Yes.
But I'm very glad. Yes. He should be the baddest bitch in Middle-earth. and at the minute, I think he is.
Yeah.
But in previous editions, he's always been pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Having Zero Might just completely hamstrings him in most scenarios.
And the 6-inch move as well was rough.
The 6-inch move was terrible. Yeah. So I'm glad that he's got the profile that he deserves, I think.
But it hasn't been tweaked that much. No, it's only been the 2 extra inches movement makes sense because he's massive. But everything else has pretty much stayed the same. Yeah. I think the reason he's so oppressive now is because of the army.
Yeah.
I think
that is the thing. Is he's fine. He's what he should be for his points level. It's just everything around him is too good.
Basically, and that's why the army feels oppressive. Yeah. But the Balrog himself isn't. You can play around him. But he's such a cool model.
Yeah. I do think his whip rule is crazy good.
For
just fun. Going, you've got he's happy to fight any general. He can just stand behind a horde of goblins and just whip your general out from under you and go into one-on-one.
Yeah, it's because you can put them anywhere on your in base contact as well, so you can put them behind the model, take them away from the line, put them behind you, and just kind of go to town on your general.
That's the only part of the profile that I think that needs work. It is very thematic.
Yeah.
It's a very cool rule because you can do it with Gandalf, but I would like, I don't know, if it was, you can do it if he calls like a heroic challenge or something like that.
Maybe.
Or take advantage of the fact that the model, it's whip or sword.
Yeah.
So maybe take advantage of that and tie one of his other rules to the sword. So it's like if you have the whip, you get the whip. If you have the sword, you get something else.
Mighty blow or something like that.
Yeah. Or or even something where it's like, if they survive a hit from the sword, they're set ablaze.
Yes.
Or something like that. Like have a choice. so that it's not always the whip showing up every time.
I think the Balrog gets that anyway.
He does get the set plays thing. Yeah.
But
that could be maybe tied to the sword instead of having it all the time,
absolutely.
and then so that instead of having always have the whip and that have one or the other.
Yeah, that makes sense. You can, so at the start of the game, he has a whip or he has the sword, and then you just go then. Because obviously, if you've modelled him a certain way, but you're like, I could use the whip, whatever, use the whip.
Yeah.
Put him in the air as in the list build. Yeah. Oh yeah, but I mean,
he's a great. It's always good to see him. He's such a fantastic centerpiece. I've seen some great display boards
and so different colours as well.
Of the Balrog,
different colours of Balrog.
I was going to shout out Jamie's display board.
Oh, thanks. Okay. I didn't take the bait
twice.
Thank you very much. I genuinely thought you were talking about someone else's.
No, he's good fun to paint as well. The Balrog was the first Middle Earth miniature I actually painted.
Yeah.
Which is fine because starting with something big because I played Monster Mash all the time in Age of Sigmar, so I was used to the big models. But like my paint scheme is so simple on him. I felt a bit intimidated trying to paint a black model because black can be a bit tricky to do.
Yeah.
So I actually painted him very, 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 very dark brown.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
And like, there's barely actually any paint on him. Like, just basically did a very, very dark brown dry brush, and then in not even all the crevices, but in some of the crevices, just did a yellow. With a very light orange wash over the top of the yellow, and then boom, done. I think just to give him just a little bit of contrast, I did his horns in grey.
Yeah,
and that was it. And it's one of my favorite. Like, it's not necessarily my best painted, but it's one of the best looking.
Yeah,
it's like from
just looks
like
so
on
good.
close inspection you can see the faults, but from like a step away, which is where you're 99% of the time going to see it on the table, it still looks fantastic. And it's like it's so hard to go wrong with it.
It's such a centerpiece model, isn't it? It's like as soon as there's a Balrog at an event, you're like, oh.
Yeah. I think probably if there's any single model that has gotten more players into the game, it's the Balrog.
Yeah.
Because people see it and just go, damn.
Yeah, that's so
fantastic.
Cool. I mean, let's be honest, he's in the movie as well. It's I mean, I still go back to that scene where he's chasing them through Khazad-dûm, and I'm like, the CG on it's so fantastic, like flawless, and just that scene where he roars. The roars, the heat, and I'm like, nothing's ever come close to that in a movie for me. It's just so cool.
Have you ever seen the Bakshi Lord of the Rings?
No,
the animated one.
Yes, I
have. Remember the Balrog in that one?
Oh yeah.
I wish they make a model of that one. It's just a guy.
You know what he's got to do.
He's not even that. I'm gonna have to do it. He's not even. He's slightly taller than the rest of them, and I think he's wearing like a bear or a lion, head or something. But it's just a dude in a toga that they put like a big spear because it's all rotoscope animation, and with him they didn't even really rotoscope him. They just sort of put a filter over him or something. So it's just a live action man whipping the floor while cartoon Gandalf screams at him.
Yeah, nice. They do make him fly at one point, which is very, because it's rotoscoped. It's very clear that it's just a guy being like slowly lowered with like rope. Yeah. It's great. I do like the I've got a soft spot for the Ralph Bakshi.
I was toying with, I might still do it one day, of doing Black Riders, but based on the Bakshi Black Riders.
Yeah.
Because they sort of like you can see more of the man on them. The cloak is very much just a cloak, so like you can sort of see their face underneath, and they've got the glowing eyes,
and
that sort of thing. And it's just a bit different.
Yeah.
And they do sort of walk around, sort of like all gnarly, like they've got like a almost zombified walk.
Oh, really? Okay.
As well, rather than just being all comfortable and upright like the Peter Jackson ones are. It's a bit different, and I do quite like them.
Yeah, I'm tempted to do my Golem like the Ralph Bakshi Golem.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Anyway, Balrog,
yes, good.
Yeah.
No, I loved. Balrog's fantastic. It was, as I said, that was the model that got me into the actually playing the game. I had collected models over the years, but actually playing the game, it was the Balrog. So, funnily enough, didn't actually make my list, even though he's one of my favorite models.
No.
So, never mind.
No Balrog fans are out here. Okay, Nick, number 3.
So my number 3 that I'd like to see more of this edition, which showed up reasonably often last edition, is the Cave Drake.
Ah, yes.
Nice.
And I think it hasn't really changed. I don't think it's changed at all. Last edition, or not much.
He's got a couple of extra rules now.
He gets his little eggs to protect.
I think he always had that, because it's in the kit.
Always had the eggs, but he's now on a round base instead of an oval base. So he definitely blocks things easier. Well, he's easier to trap, but if he is trapped, he gets to, and I think if he's trapped, he gets to make strikes against all of them. I can't remember the actual rule.
If I remember rightly, it's a strength 7 hit against everything
in combat with if he's trapped.
So, like, I've seen a game of Moria versus Hobbits where the Hobbits passed an uncharacteristic amount of courage checks to get into the Cave Drake, and they were like, "Great, I've got 17 models into him," and that just meant there were 17 strikes against the hobbits that turn.
Strength 7,
and then suddenly there was only 4 hobbits left.
Yeah, that's a new rule that wasn't in the old edition,
and that's really cool. I love
they
that.
wouldn't have known that. Hobbits wouldn't know that fighting a Cave Drake.
I love the fact that
17 of us, we got this.
I love the fact that if you lose a fight and take a wound, you can just eat something.
Yes,
and get a wound back.
Get a wound back. Yeah.
I do like the nests. Like you get a little fearless bubble.
Yeah.
And the rules are slightly unclear on it, but the way I've always interpreted it is that you get a nest per drake. So if you take multiple drakes, you can.
I believe so.
And they benefit from every nest.
Yeah.
So you can have like fearless cave drakes across most of the board. And I think like there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. I think they're absolutely perfect the way they are. Yes. The only reason you don't see more of them is because they're in the same list as dragons.
Yeah, basically. That's what it goes down to. Yeah.
Which is a real shame because I like the cave drags. And spoiler alert, I'm going to be doing Dragons in the North later in the year, and I'm only taking 1 dragon because I want to cram it full of cave drags.
You have mentioned that in the past.
Yeah. I just think it's fun. I just think they're cool.
I love that 8-inch movement. I love that rule where you can just eat someone.
Yeah.
It again barely comes off, but it's great to get your wounds back. If you've got a few of them, that's just carnage, absolute carnage. But they can do they get monstrous charge. They've got 4 attack space, so 5 on the charge.
Yeah.
And then you're knocking everything prone. So you've got 10 dice to wound stuff. They're very good.
And if you take them in the Dragons of the North, they benefit from the army rule as well. It's not just the dragons.
Yes.
So you can get the treasure tokens for them, so you can make them permanently fearless.
Yes.
You get extra victory points from them. They get a reroll in the duel, as if you've got a banner.
Wow.
And then you can get rerolls of your wounds as well. It might just be ones, but either way. You've got monstrous charge. You roll that many dice.
Kill everything on 3s.
It's only the ones that really matter. So it's like,
don't roll 2s.
Yeah. You can get and then again you got the regenerating health from the swallow rules. So it's just like if you roll well on your treasure rolls, you can get some absolute tanks out of them.
Yeah.
With that, and it's just a shame that the dragons are just so much better. You just don't see them.
Yeah.
Which is a pity because
they are just really good. And it's one I said I got first monster I got into the Moria list with the Balrog was the Cave Drake. He was so much fun to use when I used him. I haven't used him this edition yet, but I keep looking at him in my cabinet. He's sitting there, and I'm like, I just want to get him out. Put him in a list. Put him in a generic Moria list, with Durbers and a bunch of goblins and just see how he does basically.
But another thing that goes against them outside of the game as well is they cost like £2 less than a dragon.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's
just basically the same price. It's like why don't you just get a dragon?
They are only 150 points though, so they are pretty cheap for the profile you get.
They're good value.
Yeah,
but
I think I prefer the Cave Drake model as well. It's really nice.
I have a soft spot. I think objectively it is better, but I do have a soft spot for the dragon because he's got that derpy little face.
Yeah,
I just love how
the dragon's so happy with himself.
I really like the dragon just for that. But objectively, I do think the Cave Drake is probably a better model.
Yeah.
The dragons on the dinner plate look so funny. They're just so out of the depth.
Yeah, they do look a bit weird.
New dragon model? Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be great, wouldn't it? Your plastic dragon kit.
Brilliant.
I mean, there's enough of them in Age of Sigmar. I think they just tweak a few.
Even like, obviously, lots of people just do 3D prints or procs or something, but there's even if you want to keep things mostly official, there's those not crazy old Age of Sigmar dragons that have just come out.
Yeah.
And I think they might be on the same base size. And they are cool.
Yeah.
And you can build it, like, you don't have to build them with the armor on either, so you can have them just a dragon. So there's no Age of Sigmar stuff on it. So it wouldn't even need to take converting, you just build it without the armor, and then you've got
that would work.
Big old dragon on the right size base.
I've got it's a dragon from a Kickstarter game that I backed years ago. But it's in 10 millimeter scale, and it is literally, it's like the size of a cat. It's enormous. But it is on exactly is it 130 mil base?
I can't remember if it's 130 or 120.
Because when I bought it, the base is circular that it's on, and I thought, right, brilliant. Well, I'm never going to be able to use this in a game. And then when Games Workshop brought out the new edition, I was like, I can finally use it. And I keep every couple of months I get out of the box and think, no, I can't be asked to paint this. Not be asked to paint this yet.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, good choice, Cave Drake. I like it. Yep. It's definitely one of my favourites from the old edition. So I think number 3 I have come back to my ends. I had to put an end in there. I kept flopping around. I actually had Cave Drake in my list at one point, and he lost out to the Snow Troll just because I like the model a bit better. But I went for one of my ends for number 3, and that was Beachbone. I love the Beachbone model. He did win as a prize as well, so I'm just putting it out there. Thanks very much. Thanks. But it's a lovely model. And the profile is just really thematic because he just goes crazy against orcs. I think it's orcs, Uruk-hai, goblins, and something else. Can't remember.
Could it be wargs?
I think it's Isengard. Any Isengard models.
Oh, okay.
So he was doing it against your Wildmen last year.
Wildmen aren't Isengard.
Oh, they're not.
No, they're Dunland. So if it's orcs, Uruk-hai, and Goblin would cover everything.
He was probably going after. I think he was going after your orcs and wargs around the side, wasn't he? When he was charging them last year.
I think so.
But yeah, he has to charge them if able, but he gets to reroll all failed wounds.
Yeah,
which is just
pretty tasty.
He just destroys evil armies, and those evil armies usually are suffering anyway because they usually have magic casters who can't do anything.
Yeah.
But he's just a demolition ball. He just wrecks the kind of front line. But yeah, I just love how he has no fate. So he's like the glass cannon of the end heroes. So
how many wounds has he got?
He's got 4 wounds, 3 might.
What's his defense?
He's defense 8.
Damn.
So
glass cannon.
When I played you, Beachbone was the only one that I could.
I did say. He
was the only thing I killed when I played against you. Like I couldn't even kill Merry and Pippin.
Yeah.
I failed every wound against Merry and Pippin, but I killed Beachbone.
Yes,
and unfortunately it was on Fog of War, and I thought I put Beachbone, and then I remembered it's got Merry and Pippin. I'll change that. Put Pippin. And then I didn't kill Pippin, but I did kill Beachbone. And I was kicking myself.
You can't even target Merry and Pippin until...
Well, at the time, we hadn't been clarified yet.
We had it back to front, so I was not targeting you in combat, but I was targeting them with spells.
Yes, so magic.
So I was trying to flame burst Pippin, and I just kept failing. And on the rare occasion that I did pass, he resisted.
Pretty sure you cast the lightning bolt first turn as well on the Hobbit and Treebeard.
I think I chipped. I think I put it between them, so I got Treebeard with it, and I think I got Beachbone because that was his first wound.
Yes, yeah.
Which is where I started like gritting my teeth because I was like, I'd already have victory points if I'd stuck.
Yeah. So I just love Beachbone, and as I said, the new model, the new kit it's flawless. It goes together so well. There's very minimal kind of lines between and flash, cleaning up, and it just paints lovely. So high praise for Beachbone. Love Beachbone.
Yeah, particularly your Beachbone.
Oh yes,
very nice.
Yes,
very
thank you very much. Okay, yes.
Yeah. So speaking of glass hammers, my number 3 is Gulliver. Who I think is very fun.
Yes,
this edition because I think he used to be a bit too strong. I don't think he was ever as there were people who sort of kicked off about Gulliver. I don't think he was ever that bad, but Fight 7 isn't what it used to be now.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
He's gotten his 12-inch movement back, which he needed.
Oh, he absolutely needed that. Yeah.
He's literally like a scalpel. Perfect.
Yes.
He's exactly. He's got a very specific play style that you need to learn, and if you can blunder with him, and he's dead.
Oh, 100%
immediately.
So, spoiler alert: he is my number 1 pick. He's my number 1 pick. Sorry, spoiler alert.
I won't talk.
But no, you carry on.
Clearly, you're going to gush more.
No, you keep going with yours, and then I'll come in with mine.
But I think he's such a perfect balance in the list that he's in as well. Like, going on about Barrow-wights again. I think in the list, like Gulliver, like Shadows of Angmar with Gulliver, they're necessary.
Yeah.
To take out those heroes so that he can swoop in.
Yeah.
But it means that you have to set up, and your opponent has more of a chance to sort of you're telegraphing what you're going to do when you transfix someone or paralyze someone. Sorry.
Yes.
So I don't know. It's such an interesting playset. It's a very different game to another monster hero who will just run in, barge.
Yeah. And you've got to protect them. You've got to really kind of play them well. Otherwise, he just dies. He's only D5.
Yeah.
So he can go down to shooting quite easily.
Yeah.
He can he loses a fight, he's losing some wounds. Yeah. Fortunately for Gulliver though, he can get them back.
He can.
So if you use one of your normal strikes, you get your wound back. But obviously, obviously if you don't know who Gulliver is, it's not going to be obvious. But when he loses a wound, he also loses an attack.
Yeah.
So he gets less potent the more he kind of takes damage, which is again why he's such a glass cannon, because he's so hard to master.
Yeah.
So I played you with Shadows of Angmar, Jonathan, with Gulliver, and he went down fairly easily against Eomer and Gandalf.
Yes.
So they made light work of him quite.
Yeah. Well, they're both 12-inch move.
Yes.
So I think they could catch him.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. So
which was unfortunate for him.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate. But in the second game I played that tournament, I was up against Chariots, and I just kept werewolves in front of the chariots and just kind of kept them at bay. Used me Barrow White to try and we're unclear on the rules of the chariots, so we'll not go into it because it's monsters. But Gulliver just stayed in the middle and he just munched through the troops. He took down like two of the heroes, a front line of warriors, and he was just kind of bouncing around, just killing stuff, making sure I got the charge first. And then the last game against dwarves, I mean, he just went to town. He must have killed 2/3 of that army himself. While the orcs just disappeared because they just couldn't kill anything. But Gulliver just hopped around that board and just. So I learned so much that day about how to play with him. By game 3, I still lost because it was a Scott the Wounded, and I totally didn't realize he could just pick up one of the wounded and just fly off into the corner. But I was too busy going after Durin and stuff. But he's just so much fun. He's such a nice model as well. The metal model. I got a metal model when it was brought back out again, and he was hard to put together, but it's just such a lovely model. Love it.
I think what works well with Gulliver now, it makes him more likeable than he was last edition as well, is the more restricted list building.
Yes.
This is one of those occasions where it's better because you can't wombo combo with the Witch King or the other ring wraiths that are available on that list. You can't ally in something obnoxious like you could before. So I think that helps make him seem less oppressive, because when he's on his own, he's fair.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
But then you tagged him in with somebody else that's really high fight.
I think that's why he's so fun though, because you have to rely on him quite a bit. And so
if you're playing against him, you have to deal with him.
Yes.
Otherwise, like you say, if you leave him unchecked for a whole game, he will just kill everything. So you're really trying to pin him down, but then he's also trying to pin you down.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a real sort of like back and forth. I think. I really like it, and like you say, the model's really cool.
12-inch movement with monstrous charge, 4 attack space, going up to 5 on the charge. He's just very good, very good.
5 attacks.
5 attacks on the charge. He's an absolute monster. So
he is Middle Earth vampire.
Middle Earth vampire.
You don't get that.
No, you don't know.
Thank you, GW, for that one.
Yes, there you go. So that was your number 3.
That was my number 3.
Yes. So Nick.
So my number 2 is Sauron.
Yes.
Because I think you see him more than any of the others that are on my list, but it's mostly people doing meme builds with him.
Yeah.
So like the classic Sauron and 4 trolls build for 1,000
people
points.
That back end of last year, people were all
over
4 trolls.
As I said, I went up against Tim. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
I think it's just fun to use in a more conventional list where you've got your big blob of orcs, and it's like, he's a really tough one to sort of balance, because obviously a lot of people think he's a bit mediocre, and I don't think it's sort of like the inverse of the Balrog. I don't think there's anything wrong with Sauron. I think he's pretty much what he should be for his points. The problem is that it's 400 points.
There's not much army you can get around.
And then you got very little army, and then what the army does have access to is like black numbers are fine but expensive, and then it's just orcs. And normal orcs ain't great, and the army rules don't help a whole lot. Like, you can cram 24 of them into his warband, which helps a little bit. It means you don't have to pay the hero tax too many times. And they get a bit of a courage buff as long as Sauron's about. But otherwise, they are sort of just going to fold. And it's like, you don't really have to worry about giving up general kills.
No.
You don't really have to worry about giving up being broken. But you're going to really struggle to hold objectives, because so much of your army is tied up with Sauron. Like, orcs are cheap, so you can still get a reasonable number out, particularly if you're on 700 plus points.
Yes.
But chances are, like, for example, I've got a 700 point list written up of Barad-dûr, and it's Sauron, 20 orc warriors, 3 wargs, and a troll. So they all cram into his warband. So I'm immune to Maelstrom. Great. But the thing is, at 700 points, everyone else is probably going to have like 30-ish models, if not a little bit more. If I go up against someone that's doing like one of the scouts list, they're probably going to have like 45. And even if I go up against
spoilers, but this is for a team event. But our scout list is 53 models.
Goodness me.
And like, even if you go up against something like all-mounted Rohan, they're still going to be 20-something models, I would imagine, at that sort of points level.
But even my Host the Witch King at 800's 50 models, 51 models, like that.
So like, you've got enough models that you can tag all the objectives, but you're going to have to be really lucky to actually hold them for any length of time. So you are putting all of your eggs into the one Sauron basket. and you're kind of beholden to the board then. Like, if you've got something with lots of gullies and channels and stuff, you're probably going to have a wonderful time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to be able to, opponents not going to be able to spread out too much, and you're going to be able to just walk through their army. But if it's a big open board, they're just going to be able to walk away from you and hide. One strat that I have planned, and I don't know if it's going to work well, but I hope it's going to work well.
Don't say it on the podcast in case anyone's listening.
I'll be fine. Is the elusive troll drummer. You don't see it crazy often because cheaper to just give a drum to an orc.
Yeah.
But the orc drummer only affects other orcs.
Yeah. Yes.
The troll drummer affects all Mordor.
Yeah.
So then you've got a 9-inch move on Sauron plus, was it? I can't remember if it's 12 or 18-inch on his Chill Soul.
So instantly, almost instantly, in every scenario, essentially, you're starting the damage.
Yeah. So it's like you can get those ticks, and it's sort of thing that like people won't necessarily expect, because I think you sort of like you forget that Sauron is Mordor. I guess sort of like he feels like his own thing.
I get that.
And sort of like it's easy to forget that he will actually benefit from that drum.
Yeah.
Especially because he's such a combat beast. It's one of those things where you think like, well, why would you want him to take part in it? You want him to charge.
Yeah.
But sometimes you want him to just cheese across the board and then go zap and then walk back a little bit.
Can you do 2 magic per turn? Is that right?
That's the Necromancer.
But at least do 1. It's 1 free one every turn.
I do also love the Necromancer. Yes. If he'd have been a monster, he probably would have made the list.
I almost put the Necromancer on my list as well. But
he's not a monster. So.
But so would there be an argument for Sauron to be the same as the Balrog, 350 points? Do you reckon? I think it would you'd probably see
it would help the army a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think it would. You just get one orc captain in the list instead, and it's like, ugh.
But if you're at if you're at sufficient points that you're taking more than one warband, you'd already have that captain. You can grab it full of more dudes.
Yeah.
It's like even at say 700 points, one warband, make Sauron 350 points. You can turn 5 of those orcs into platinums.
Yeah, that's true.
And then, you can take if you could fit like 20 odd models in the list that are mostly Black Numenorians.
Yes.
Then it's starting to look a little bit more a little bit better for the points value.
Yeah.
I think. But it's tricky because it's like he should be expensive because he is good. And I think to be fair, like
just 2-up save makes him like Goddess of Champions. He's winning, which I think he should. It's the Lord of the Rings.
He is. The whole thing's about.
It's so difficult. Like in isolation, I think he is worth the points. The problem is it doesn't gel with his army.
Yeah. No, that's it.
I think rather than fiddling with his points, either the army should get more rules to make everything else better.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Maybe even something stupid like letting them take no hero warbands.
Board wide drum?
So that you could probably swarm it.
Board wide drum, anyone?
On loan from Moria.
But I don't really know what would help, but I think more rules in the army would potentially help.
Yeah. Because when he's in combat, he just kills everything.
Yeah, he's great, he's awesome. It's just he doesn't synergize well with the only army he's in, which is a shame.
I do love his profile, and I do think it's very thematic to him. He is the Lord of the Rings, and he does do lots of cool stuff.
I would like to take them at like 1,000 points one day, just to see how they do, like as a conventional army.
Yeah,
not as a meme list where it's like Sauron plus the Witch King with a maxed out warband, and then however many captains I need to cram in to finish it off.
Can you put Taskmasters in that list?
I think so, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Whipping Sauron.
Yeah.
Orc Taskmaster is turned into ash immediately.
Just turns out to Chill Souls, he's Taskmaster. No, thanks.
I was trying to get you to move faster. Just obliterates him.
Yeah, I like Sauron.
Yeah, cool
I think he nearly made me list. He was on my list at one point.
Yeah,
and I took him out.
Honestly, he was on my list, but I knew he'd be on yours.
Yeah, I've been on a big Sauron fix recently. Like the first time I used him was the Christmas event where I did the Grinch Sauron.
Yeah,
and
brilliant.
Ready for the team's event.
Very, very good.
I've converted up a new Sauron that can be taken outside of Christmas because I've just I didn't really want to spend money, and B, I'm not the biggest fan of trying to grapple with resin on a model that big. But that introduced a new headache because I used an Age of Sigmar kit.
Yeah.
And it's like a big lad from Age of Sigmar. He's supposed to be on a 32mm base, but I was thinking normal Sauron doesn't spill over the edge of his base like Necromancer Sauron does. So I was like, this will probably work. This guy's quite tall. I put him next to an orc, and he was like a good 50% taller than this orc. I was like, there we go, perfect. And then I asked the group chat just to check. So like, can anyone who's got a Sauron and an Orc take a picture? And like, no, he's not 50% taller. He's like 3 times taller.
Yeah, it's huge.
Good lord.
Yeah,
so I've got a really big rock that I've got him standing on. Like I'm not starting again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works. It works.
Yeah, good pick. I like Sauron. Well done. Okay, right. So obviously we've already done my number 1 list. So this will be my last one. My number 2 is purely like no one sees him anymore. He's in Legacy, poor on Legacy, but he's one of my favourite creatures, favourite monsters in the game. That's the Dweller in the Dark. I absolutely love my Dweller in the Dark.
I forgot about that.
Because he's so well in this, especially in Legacy now. He's crap. He's just so bad. Yeah. There's no reason you would take him. He's the same amount of points as a cave troll, but he's got D5 instead of D6. He doesn't get his monstrous charge anymore. He used to get that. He doesn't get that anymore. But he's got terror, and he gets his wounds back the same way Gullivar does. So if he kills something, he gets a wound back. I just love the model as well. In the book, he's described as basically a mini Balrog. Yeah. And I just think it's so cool. They could have
CrossFit Balrog.
Yeah, CrossFit Balrog. He's very limber, isn't he? But
I love
very
the
lean.
Dwellers. I love the model.
Yeah.
I was just before the new edition got announced, I was in the process of putting together a new Moria list that was going to be mostly Dwellers and Warg Marauders.
Oh, yes.
So you can imagine the reaction I had when I saw the Legacy list. Yeah, when I saw the Legacy list, I was not a happy bunny.
No.
Especially with the Marauders, because I just converted 2 of them. So not only were they suddenly not legal, but I'd wasted 2 walks and 6 goblins.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Brilliant. Oh, dear.
Yeah, it's just so cool. He's just so cool. The concept, obviously, is a GW invention, but the concept of him is just really cool. And obviously, he can do all the normal monster attacks and things. And I think he had 8-inch movement. He's on a slightly wider base than the Cave Troll, obviously, less than the Cave Drake.
60 mil base, are they
60 mil, yeah. And it's just a really cool model. And I might just put a Moria list together. I was even actually considering the 1,000-point tournament at first. Was a 1,000-point tournament that Peter Frame's putting on. I'm doing more of a community sort of list. We'll have to talk about that later on. But I was considering just doing a generic Moria and putting everything I haven't used yet. So like I've got a Bat Swarm there, got some spiders sitting there. I've got an Ashrak I haven't used yet. Dweller in the Dark and me.
Pretty optimized
me
list.
Me cave Drake. Just everything
I just threw it together.
It's just stuff that's sitting in my box. Sitting in my box, and I haven't used this edition yet. Just throw it all into a list and see what happens. And that's what I was going to do at first, but we've got a better idea, so we're doing that instead. We'll talk about that close to that time.
Are Dwellers only in Moria, or are they in Depths as well?
They're just in Moria now. They used to be
such a shame.
In Depths, I believe.
I would love.
They weren't in the Depths of Legendary Legion. I know that much. They were just generic, but obviously in generic Moria you could set the Balrog. Because I last edition I was so close to do a list that was just Balrog and just mini Balrogs.
Yeah.
And I would still love to do that, but if they're only in Moria you can't. That's a shame.
Yeah, I think the only one Dweller I've come across this edition so far, and that was at the 100. And I think there's pictures of, if you go back a couple of episodes, of when I had the 3 dragons, and then there was the captain and a Dweller just running around a building, just running away from the ends while the dragons went to town. That's the only Dweller I've seen, and he had a little Christmas hat on, so that was fun. But I just very thematic. Yes, I would very much like to use my Dweller again before he disappears out of the game completely. So he's my number 2 pick. So
it's a shame they got cut. Bearing in mind there were a bunch of GW inventions that got to stay, like Gullivar.
Yeah,
because at least the Dwellers were actually based vaguely on something from the like they're based on the quote from Gandalf where he's talking about like the darker things beneath the earth or whatever.
In the deep,
and it's like that there wasn't any description further than that, so you can just make something. Why not make it a mini Balrog?
Yeah,
versus Gullivar, which is just totally made up on absolutely nothing.
Random vampire who lives in Arnor for some reason. Yeah,
Gullivar is cool. Okay.
Yeah, well, he is. Yes, that's why he was number 1 pick. Yes.
Very cool.
He is very cool. Yeah. So your number 2.
So my number 2 pick, I've already talked about a little bit, is Shelob.
Yes,
because she's just the new model is amazing.
Yes, I'm dying to get mine.
I've got it. I've opened the box. Terrifying to look at. Lots of very small pieces of spider.
I've heard that it does build quite nicely though.
Yeah,
like she just go together well. Like it looks like she's going to be really fiddly and spindly, but she actually isn't. Yeah. When she put the pieces together,
I think it looks. I just need to figure out what I want to do with it. But yeah, the new model is really cool. The old model is really cool. Her rules are really cool.
Yes.
I wish that she had might. Rate, but I think like her special rules on her profile are really thematic. You know, she's getting more attacks against hobbits and dwarves and elves and men because they taste better is hilarious.
I mean, I'm going back to the might thing. I think every hero model in the game should have access to at least one might, just because they are a hero. And they should be able to
careful Barrow-wight.
But even if they only just affect
heroic
themselves.
Channel Barrow-wight.
Yeah, but even if they just affect themselves, and even a heroic channel in this edition, you can still resist it on a 6.
They should, at least, if they don't have might in their profile, in their like stats, they should have something like the Balrog where they can call a free something every turn or something like that.
Or once per game, like with the Barrow-wight, once per game you can call a heroic channel.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So
good lord.
Well, no, maybe not. Maybe don't do that. But
we know that you're there. But
just spitballing here, I wasn't. Yeah, but yeah, just because it's. But I don't think Barrow-wights should be heroes. Yeah. Like they're independent heroes on this, so they don't get the same sort of like other independent heroes in the game.
The minor, you can take warriors.
The minor.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
they can take 6 warriors.
But I don't think that. I don't think that should be a thing either. I don't think that should be a thing. Oh god.
Sorry, everyone.
You always need the clip at the start, don't you?
No. We can't predict what the clip's going to be at the start.
Just waiting for you to say something funny. That's what it is.
So Shelob, she's very cool.
Yes.
Very thematic.
Yeah.
I would love that she had some might because sometimes she just doesn't get a 6.
Especially,
she's only got 1 attack as well.
She's got 1 attack.
Yeah, monster charge. So like, it's like she's a glass cannon again. Cause like if she charges, she does quite well because it's still not that many attacks, but it's better because you get the knockdown as well. But if you receive the charge, you're probably in.
She's a giant spider with 8 legs, though. She should have more than 1 attack.
Yeah,
but she only attacks with a little weird stinger thing, doesn't she?
Yeah, she can just reroll if she kills an orc in her activation. She can reroll 1 during the dual roll as well, so she can get up to like 3 attacks reroll.
She really could do with more because she's just taken that massive nerf by having the bigger base.
Yes,
I don't know if it is a nerf.
I think it is.
I'm gonna try and argue the point.
Okay,
because the army is D5 max at the minute, except for her because she's D7 with 6 wounds. So what you've really got now is an 80mm base that moves faster than your whole front line that can just eat up 6 shooting attacks. So you can cover 12 models or something like that just from Shelob standing in the way.
How many points is she?
She is 100.
So how many orcs could you take for that 100? You're protected 12 with her. How many orcs would you take for that 100?
Oh god, that's too much math.
Nearly 20.
72 is 12, so them and a captain, you could take the full warband. But you could, importantly, you'd probably be wanting to protect like Shagran, Gorbag.
Yeah.
And then keep her nearby so that they can hurl in, well, she can hurl into their combats, get the knockdown.
Yeah. What's the best way to use Shelob then? Is it, get her in front, get her charged in, or is it be more conservative and kind of hold her behind?
I think she would be better served sneaking around the back and bum rushing fragile heroes.
Yeah.
The problem then is that she can only call heroic moves if she eats an orc near her. So if she doesn't really get the chance to
I guess so.
bum rush like that.
So
she's not near anything that and if a captain has 1 might,
can go first.
That's more than
yeah.
And they can just get out of dodge pretty quickly. But she's good for being. When I've used her, and it's worked. It's been when she's been sort of embedded in the line.
Yeah.
Right.
And she goes into maybe 2 or 3 people so that my orcs can take up favourable matches. My orcs and Mordor Uruk-hai can take up favourable matchups elsewhere.
Bodyguard orcs around the side of her.
Yeah. And then then there's if she's holding up 5 people, rolling 3 dice. If she wins the combat, just hurl into Gorbag's combat or Shagrat, or hurl into a banner or something like that. Because you don't have any shooting in the army either. So she can. You are right that she threatens the back line.
Yeah.
But I think
maybe late game It's just still kind of around. You can skirt around over some terrain, get into the side, or get around the back.
Yeah. I just think my beef with the big base is, if you're using it as block arrows, you're only one buff courage test away from her just disappearing after one shot.
That's true. She hates magic. Magic really.
Obviously, big bases means easy traps.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also, big bases are rough for swift movement.
Yeah,
because you still need to be able to fit the base through wherever you're walking with her.
Yeah.
And it makes that a lot harder to actually be good.
I think with the big base, she's going to start acting less like a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, more like a generic monster.
Block.
Yeah. Like a cave drake, more like a cave drake sort of thing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that works.
Yeah.
To be fair,
relative to like cave drakes have gone up in base. Everything's gone up in base.
Yes,
size.
it has. Yeah.
So it does. I do get that. Just sort of, it probably was going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
But
at least it's only a slight tweak. It's only, what was
20,
it like
20 mil?
Was it?
She was on a 60 mil before.
60,
I thought it was she was already on a 70. So
no, it's a pretty 30% increase.
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
Pretty big.
Yeah,
pretty big.
I'll be quiet.
But it's cool. It's a cool model though.
So it is a really good model.
Mind if it's bigger. And there have been some on the Facebook pages. There have been some insane people who have already finished it.
Yeah,
and they've done cobwebs and stuff. And
I love the people that have put the steps in. Because there's a big gap in the new model between the two rocks you're standing on, and that looks pretty cool because it really looks kind of daunting and kind of imposing. But I think with the people that put the stairs in, it just completes the model. I love that.
I do think she needs more on her profile though. Because
she does need
a
bit of help.
It's really hard to justify taking her in Army of the Great Eye, and if she was just a little bit better, then she'd be really fun in Army of the Great Eye. Even if it was just like some of the stuff that's in the Kira Thungal army rules just became her profile rule. Then because she's only in 2 armies, it wouldn't make her scuffed in anywhere else. At the moment in Great Eye, she's just.
Would you give her extra bits of rules? So give her a might and give her an extra attack, for example. And then make 120 points, make her slightly more expensive.
I think I'd probably just make it if she eats an orc, then she doesn't have to. She passes all courage tests.
Oh, yeah.
So that survival instinct on turns that she charges.
Yeah.
Is irrelevant.
Or like the Spider Queen pass off the wounds, maybe to an orc nearby.
Maybe. Like she's just eating one
sort of thing.
Get her wounds back.
Yeah.
Or like
that could work.
Because
she's got 6 wounds.
When in like the books of the film, when she gets hurt and she scuttles off, she doesn't just disappear forever. She does come back.
Yeah.
So I've heard some people suggest the idea of like getting a free heroic move, but have to move away from opponents. Or I would maybe do something where rather than having survival instinct, she has a rule where you take a courage test, and if you fail, you move your full distance immediately away from from the nearest enemies. Like you have to finish further away from any enemies than you started. Something like that. So it's like you're still being punished for taking the damage, and it can still cause you no end of grief.
Yeah.
But it's not completely ruining your day because you got shot once on like an early turn.
No, I think
that. Like it's enough of a punishment. Without completely invalidating the model.
Yeah.
She's probably the model that's most swingy based on whether she's against good or evil.
Yes.
Because in good list she gets an extra attack and she can re-roll and she's pretty good.
Yeah.
But then she goes against an evil list and she's
just
an evil list
a big spider
with Harbinger.
Yeah.
Goodbye. She's gone.
She's just gone. Yeah.
They'll sat will and then she won't in combat.
Yes.
Yeah.
But cool. Yeah, Sheila's a good pick. I like Sheila. Yeah.
Great.
So do we have any left?
So I've got my number 1.
Yes. Oh yes.
This one, I don't know whether this is going to be a surprise or not. It's not something I necessarily talk about very often, but I just think they're so silly and so funny.
Okay.
But it's the catapult troll.
Yes.
There's absolutely they're completely indefensible. They are objectively terrible. They are far too many points for what they are. They are far too big for what they are.
They never hit anything.
But they're so funny and they're so cool. And I just find them delightful.
Yeah.
I would love to see more catapult trolls.
And the new model is fantastic. And as much as expensive as it is, it is an absolutely gorgeous model. It's such a nice model.
I don't even know what I would possibly do to fix the profile because it's like even small tweaks would run the risk of making them rancid.
Yeah. The problem is they do everything. They have the potential to do everything.
Yeah.
But that means that you're paying points for them to be a catapult and a troll.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they can't do both.
No.
If they could do both, they would be completely broken. But
I mean,
they're a difficult one to.
Yeah, it's more in balance, isn't it? So
the only thing I can think of, like immediately off my head, would be something along the lines of because the catapult has a minimum range, doesn't it? It's like 12 inches.
Yes.
Maybe have like 2 catapult profiles where there's the proper catapult, and then something weaker that can be used within 12, so that you have the reason to charge them up the line. Because if you keep them at the back, you're wasting 250 points because they are beefy.
Yes.
And they are actually pretty good in combat.
Yeah.
And they can do a lot of damage.
They're
but then
really good.
you get them into combat and you're not using the catapult anymore. It's like, that's like 100 points of the model, really.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of values. It's like, I think something that allows the catapult to still shoot on a lesser profile if you're within that 12.
Yeah.
Either make... I was going to say maybe make it more inaccurate, but I don't think that would really help because it's not crazy accurate anyway. So I think just like have some sort of like scattershot, grape shot equivalent thing where it's like maybe like 4 or 5 attacks at a significantly lower strength that only hit on 5s or 6s or even maybe even just 6s. Something like that.
Yeah,
so
give it
still
some sort of threat. Yeah.
And I don't know, can it shoot when they're engaged?
Yeah, but it only hits on a 6.
Yeah, only on a 6.
Yeah, see, that's crap.
Yeah. And everything's within 12 inches of it because it's fucking huge.
Yeah, it is
160
massive.
mil, I think, isn't it?
It's
the biggest base in the game.
Massive. So it needs something that allows it to shoot at close range, even if it's bad shooting, just some sort of shooting at close range. And I think that it wouldn't fix it because it's still just the size of the problem. It's just enormous. You can't maneuver it.
Yeah.
But I think that would be enough to make it actually worth taking at like a fairly casual event.
Yeah,
for the fun.
Something fun. Yeah.
At the moment, especially if you go for the official model, like you're paying like how much is it, like 250 quid or something?
I think it's 120.
And it's a lot anyway.
It's a lot.
It's in the hundreds. That's enough.
Like you're paying big money for this model.
Yeah.
That's just going to do... It's either going to do nothing because it's going to sit at the back, or you're going to run it into the middle and it's going to get surrounded and hacked to pieces by little things, and it's going to be feels bad.
Yeah.
And so, like, even at a casual event, there's not really much motivation to take it now because it's such a big investment. It's hard to paint because it's so huge and it's so detailed and it's daunting and it's expensive and it's Forge World.
Yeah.
And it's crap. So you need something to make it...
And this is why it's number 1 on...
And this is why... Because it's so... But it's so... funny.
Yes,
it's no secret that that's my main motivator for playing anything in this game. It's like what makes me chuckle.
Yes,
rather than what's going to actually win. So it's like, and that is it's peak. It's peak what makes me chuckle. And the only reason I don't have one is because even converting one would be expensive and difficult because it's so big.
It's so massive. Yeah.
So it needs something to make it not even viable, but just good enough to have meme potential. And I'd love to see more of it.
Yes. Yeah. Agreed.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Love it. Good choice. I like it.
So,
number 1?
My number 1 pick, you're going to like this one.
Oh,
it's Treebeard.
Hey!
Yeah.
Get in.
I just think it's such a nice profile because he's so tough.
Yes.
He's strength 8, D8, fight 8, 4 attacks?
4 attacks.
4 wounds, I think.
4 wounds.
And then 3,
He's
3.
only end with 4 attacks.
Which is just,
it's very
like,
good.
The profile, like, where is the flaw in that profile?
Well, yeah, because he's immune to magic.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
But because he's so tough, I find in games that in the one game that I've had against him, and I've seen him be played.
Yes.
It seems hard to get all of your use out of him.
Yeah.
Because he's 200 points, he moves 6 inches.
Yeah.
If you've got an opponent who's running rings around him, it's not a lot that he can do.
No, so the main flaw when I've been using Treebeard is the movement.
Yeah.
Especially in Maelstrom. Yeah, because he has to bring trees with him in his warband or whatever. Half your army comes on like the other side of the board and you're moving 6 inches. He's the only one with March, but he's only got so in the
you don't want to spend might on March.
No, because if you've got the 3 hero ents, you cap at 7 might. Mm-hmm. You've got 3 with Treebeard, 3 with Beachbone, 1 with Birchseed, and you don't want to be using. He's the only one with Strike. So if there is a big hero like Aragorn or Glorfindel, obviously just +1 to wound against monsters, already fight 8.
Yeah.
You need big heroes. You want to be saving your might for strikes. You don't want to be using it on March. So the movement just sucks for the ends.
Yeah.
So that's kind of his main weakness.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get into combat fast enough, he doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
He can only throw stones if he stays still. You don't want him staying still because you want him into combat.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of his main weakness. Yeah. But everything else is.
But I like that because
really
it's
good.
like he's an end. Like they are slow.
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
don't be hasty and all
the
that.
strengths feel like thematic strengths.
Yes.
For the profile, the weaknesses feel like thematic weaknesses.
Yeah, agreed.
The model's really cool. Merry and Pippin, who are just great.
I tell you what,
choose one of them for Fog of War.
Their throws
come at him.
Their throw stones have done so much damage to opponents. Just sniping banners and sniping like spear supports, and it's amazing how much the strength 1 stone does.
It's because they're just relentless.
Yeah, because you can't really stop them.
them.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think it's fun. It feels balanced.
Yeah.
I'm always the brief we got was models that we like to see. We're happy to see.
Yeah. Yes.
And if I see Treebeard on the board, I'm like, fucking right.
And the model is fantastic. It's such a nice model as well.
Yeah.
It was one of the after the Balrog, it was the next kind of big hero model. Yeah. Big monster model I got.
He's got number 2.
Just dry brushed him. It was just like this. I'd got him in like 2 hours, and I was like, that was the easiest model to make look brilliant. Like it was so good. And I just
you're modest too.
Yes. Thanks.
I'm just joking. You've got some lovely ends.
One thing I do find like endlessly amusing about Treebeard though is just like the fact that when he's got the Hobbit, he gets resisted to magic. Like what are you casting against it? Oh, Sorcerer's Blast. Can't knock him over. Like it's just like, okay, strength 5 hit, great on a 5-up. Like what's the point?
Yeah, 5-up
because you can't transfix him. Yeah. You can't Wrath of Ruin him. You can't Nature's Wrath him. You can't compel him. You can't paralyze him. What are you even gonna do? Like, what's the point?
Wither.
Yeah, just wither over and over again, like 8 withers in a row.
He's been cursed a couple of times, taking his fate off.
Yeah.
So
curse and wither. Yeah. the meta.
Hey, with these orcs that are all casted with it, you can take a list with 4 orcs now, orc shamans.
Yeah, that would
and they're all casting.
Knocking down to the strength of an Uruk-hai, that would be quite funny. Watch him win every fight and then fail to bludgeon anything.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't affect the bludgeon.
Just strike the into one.
Okay, so still pointless.
All these shamans would be desperate. They'd get him down to 1 strength.
His strength 1, he's still bludgeoning everything. Yeah.
The bludgeons are really cool. Like brutal power attack as well. Like great. Yeah,
Treebeard's a great monster. Yeah, he was switched out for Beachbone only because I love Beachbone's kind of quirky rule. He has to charge.
I get that.
But there was Treebeard originally. Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
Is that? Have you got?
Those are
is that it?
That's all mine. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Right. Okay.
Sorry, I thought we'd have more crossover than we did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No one said any of mine. Well, actually, no. You had Gulliver.
Yeah. It sounds like you preempted a couple of his as well. To be fair, so
I did. Yeah. To be fair. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I think the next thing on my list was the quiz.
Oh,
it's quiz time.
Okay.
So this will be interesting.
This will be interesting.
Oh,
what game show are we doing this time?
It's not Jeopardy this time. Don't worry.
He hasn't brought all the paperwork, so it can't be.
So I've only got my phone this time.
Right.
So it's because it's Monster Week. I've found. Oh, hang on. Trying to use my phone properly. So I've got quotes about monsters.
Okay.
And quotes by monsters.
Okay, interesting.
Okay. And there are 3 points on offer for each of these questions.
Okay.
And you have to tell me, is it you get a point if you can tell me if it's a quote by a monster or about a monster, who the monster is, or that's speaking or it is about.
Yeah.
And then what piece of media the quote
goodness me
is.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So basically, I've worked out that we're actually kind of crap at this quiz. Every episode we've been pretty terrible.
Oh no, I did alright last time.
You did alright. Yeah, you did. But yeah, there are occasional outliers. So I thought you're probably definitely going to guess whether it's a quote about or by.
Okay.
So hopefully these will be on at least 5 points.
Hey.
But we'll see. So who would like to go first?
I'll go first. I'll take the hit.
Right.
This is where it gives you. They have a cave troll.
It's actually
to be clear. I have checked. None of the quotes about or by have the mention of any monsters' names in them.
All right. Okay. It's not that one then.
So right.
Right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So, this will require some delicate handling. No sudden moves or loud noises, and don't overcrowd him.
I think it's about Beorn.
Okay.
By Gandalf in The Hobbit movie.
Which Hobbit movie?
The Desolation of Smaug.
Correct on all accounts.
Yeah,
that's 3 for 3 already.
Get in.
Wow. Okay.
Smashed it. Right, I'm happy.
Okay,
that's
just
3. Stop now. That's
the
great.
end of the quiz. Well done,
Yes.
So the target was 5. So
well, I'm not there yet. Yeah. Let's keep going.
So, Nick. Monstrous and abominable eyes they were, bestial and yet filled with purpose and with hideous delight, gloating over their prey, trapped beyond all hope of escape. End quote.
So that one's not one I immediately recognise, but I can infer. I reckon it's about Shelob from the Two Towers book.
Correct.
Yes.
On all 3.
I almost flubbed that because I know.
Yeah. I thought that would.
She appears in the Return of the King movie.
Yes.
In the books.
Yes.
It's at the end of Two Towers, isn't
yes,
it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yep.
Well done.
Fantastic. Well done.
Bravo.
Cool. Now that we've proven ourselves, I can ramp the difficulty up again next week.
No.
Sorry.
So
Please don't.
now I've
Please
done one.
don't.
There is one question that is very difficult,
Okay.
and I'm happy to. I'll give it to the room at the end,
Right.
and then whoever gets it, you get an extra 3 points.
Oh, hey.
Although I
Okay.
don't think
Very
you're going to
generous.
get it.
Oh, cheers.
Right. So, Jamie,
Yes.
I am fire. I am death.
Well, that is Smaug talking about himself.
It is.
Is it in the book or is it in the movie? I think it's in the movie The Desolation of Smaug.
Correct again.
Keep giving us them. It's not even my favourite movie.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've done a great job ordering these for a 2-person game.
Oh, well, there you go. Thanks.
Right, maybe I'll mix up the order. try not to get.
Yeah, don't give us another one of the same movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Although I might not get it next time. I think I got lucky with that one.
Okay, right. Nick, are you ready?
Yeah, go.
So, up to no good, I'll warrant. Spying on the private business of my people, I guess. Thieves I shouldn't be surprised to learn.
Ooh. Okay, I'm torn.
Great
I can't
song.
decide whether that's Treebeard or the Goblin King. Could equally be either. So it's definitely by a monster.
Okay.
Ooh. I'm gonna take a punt, and I'm gonna take a risk
Mm-hmm.
and say Goblin King in An Unexpected Journey.
Okay. That is almost completely correct.
Ooh,
So
I would
it is
have gone the same
It is
one.
a quote by the Goblin King,
Right.
but it is from the Hobbit book.
Oh, that's...
I apologise. So that's two
That
out
was-
of
I
3.
recognise the line, and I sort of I filled
Yeah.
in the voice actor in my head,
Yeah.
thinking that sounds bang on. I reckon.
Yeah, I would have
He does
gone the
have
same way.
a very near verbatim flap.
Yeah, because he's very theatrical, and I couldn't
Yeah.
remember whether he
Yeah.
hammed it up more in the movie or not.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'll take that. I'm just glad it was a Goblin because I almost said Treebeard. I was so close to saying Treebeard.
Yeah. I was very much like, oh no, we've just been talking about Treebeard. Please don't say it. Okay, so
Right.
Jamie.
Yeah.
What it was could not be seen. It was like a great shadow, in the middle of which was a dark form, of man shape maybe, yet greater, and a power and terror seemed to be in it and go before it.
That's a good one.
Ooh. It was a great... Good writer, Tolkien.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, I was going book anyway. Sorry, I was going
Sorry.
Balrog. It was talking about the Balrog in the Fellowship of the Ring. Yeah, in the book.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yes.
On 3 for 3 there.
Oh, I love the Balrog.
Yeah.
It's, you know what it is, after rereading the book a few times, that's one of my favourite scenes. is in like because it's just this menacing shadow, like that they can't quite see properly, and then he comes and attacks, and then he actually comes into the tomb after them. Like they escape the tomb, and he bars the door, and he's bashing on the door, and like Gandalf's slowly withering away because he's run out of magic. The whole it's such a good scene.
They don't touch on the fact that the Balrog uses magic in the films, do they? Like he actually uses magic in the book.
Yeah,
I think, isn't he? Yeah.
It's so.
It's basically like a will off against Gandalf and the Balrog. This is the entire time, and it's just so well written. It's really
fantastic. Honestly, it's like, and this is all over like 3 pages.
Yeah,
the whole scene is so. I was struck by how succinctly like Tolkien wrote about just like that is what like maybe 20, 30 words.
Yeah,
and you can like see it. Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's so well done.
Yeah. Who would have thought? Who would have thought we liked Tolkien?
And yet there are other scenes where he goes into just absolute minute detail about nothing.
Yeah. The problem is, he does the complete opposite with mountain ranges. Yeah. Okay, Nick,
go on.
You ready? Farewell, wherever you fare till your Eyries receive you at the journey's end.
I think you're being mean to Nick.
I'm hoping that Eyries is not just a metaphor in this one. And I hope that this is Gandalf talking to Gwaihir. Oh, I mean, it's not the Hobbit book, I don't think. Or is it the Hobbit book? It's going to be one of the times the birds picked him up, I'm sure it is. I don't remember the line, so I don't think it's the Hobbit book, so I am going to take a punt and say Fellowship of the Ring book.
And it's a
quote about Gwaihir from Gandalf, I think.
So, this is the Hobbit book. The monster is Gwaihir, but it is him speaking.
Oh, god damn
it. So this is Gwaihir's
farewell to...
I can't remember what... Gandalf does respond to it with like a... something about it. And he's like, and that is the proper greeting of when you're.
Right. Oh, that was a tricky.
It hasn't been that long since I read it.
Only one.
It's like
I was like, it sounded just slightly unfamiliar, so I thought it couldn't be the Hobbit book. Yeah, because it hasn't been long since I read that. Yeah, the bit with the eagles and that where with like Gwaihir's a knob. In the Hobbit book, he's like, he's like, we couldn't give a shit.
Yeah,
they're taking our sheep. That's the problem.
And it's like it's implied that the reason that he came and picked them up was because he owed Gandalf a favor, and he's like, right, that's it, no more favors. But then he shows up Battle 5 armies anyway. It's like, well, was that just for the thrill of the game? Like,
just loves it.
Yeah, just loves having the power. I think.
And then he takes away Bilbo's gold. Gets paid for that one.
That's why he came. Yeah.
So that's the question people always say, like, why didn't the birds just drop them off in Mordor? Or it's like, it's because they're mercenaries, they weren't getting paid enough.
Exactly. It's just no gold in it, so they weren't bothered. Oh, goodness me. Yep, too true.
Yeah. Jamie, are you ready for your
I am ready, yes.
Next one? Mm-hmm. So, his rage passes description, the sort of rage that is only seen when rich folk that have more than they can enjoy suddenly lose something that they have long had but have never before used or wanted.
Goodness me. Could you read it again, please? It was quite long.
Absolutely, I can. Indulge in a bit more Tolkien.
Yes, exactly.
So, his rage passes description, the sort of rage that is only seen when rich folk that have more than they can enjoy suddenly lose something that they have long had but have never before used or wanted.
I feel like it's about Smaug again. It's about the dragon sickness and about the gold. So I don't know it. I want to say it's about Smaug in The Hobbit. The book.
Correct.
Ooh.
On all three.
Oh,
sorry,
really?
Nick.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, well, who says that? Do we know?
It's just. I think it's just
the written that way.
Yeah, because
like
the description.
At the point that
actually said it.
At the point that Smaug's about, Gandalf isn't there, and he's the one that makes those sorts of lines normally.
Yes.
That bit of the book is so doofy because it's just Bilbo going and antagonising him for no reason. Like instead of just sneaking away,
just pick up, just go to it,
pick some things,
just insults him and then scuttles out the door.
Oh well, I'm pleased with that one.
This firms up who gets the really difficult question at the end. It's going to be Jim.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Watch me actually know that one. I'm going to pull all of the easy ones, and then somehow
if either of you get this one, like fair play. Okay, so Nick, how many have I got left? Okay, right. So, look what's come out me hooter. It's got arms and legs and everything.
Oh my goodness.
That is Tom the Troll speaking, and I'm pretty sure that is from the movie, the Unexpected Journey movie.
Correct.
Yes.
Because I don't think
3 for 3.
Yeah, I don't think the sneezing thing is a thing in the books.
No, I don't.
That's just from. I think that's an addition for.
It's honestly like one of my. I vividly remember going to see The Hobbit when it came out.
Yeah.
And that line was just like ingrained in my brain. Just fantastic.
Yeah, it's very good. You good?
Is this your last question? Have you done 4
I think
now?
so.
Okay, right. So,
yeah,
this one's tough.
Yeah.
So, if you get it, I'll give you an extra point because fair play.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay. So, this is in captioning, and it says squeals, groans.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh goodness me.
I have a theory.
Of course you do.
Of course you do.
Of course you do.
Right, okay. Oh my goodness. Squeals and groans.
Once you've given your answer, don't tell me if it's right. I want to give mine before
Okay.
before I get confirmation. Before I get confirmation
stuff as well. If
because I actually think I know the scene.
Is it the cave troll in Balin's tomb in the Fellowship of the Ring movie?
That is what I was going to say immediately after Legolas shoots him, because he screams like a pig, doesn't he?
Yeah, and then he does that moan and then he falls to the floor.
It's not.
Oh.
It's not. I'm sorry.
Gosh darn it!
It is a creature that we have mentioned today.
Is it the Goblin
recently?
King?
It's not the Goblin King.
That was my second guess.
It's not actually a named monster.
It's just a creature. Oh, interesting. Could it be Catapult Troll?
It is the Catapult Troll. Yeah.
in the Battle of Five Armies.
No, no shit. It hasn't been mentioned today. It is a Catapult Troll.
Right. Okay.
It's the one from Return of the King when Gothmog spits on the rock and it does like a weird like ooh. It's that scene. So weird, so unnecessary, but
that's fine.
Brilliant.
That's good. Well done.
So good effort.
Nice. I got Troll though.
You did get
the
Troll.
Right lines.
I mean, Troll.
I was that statistic like on my top 5 list. I think like 3 of them were trolls. Like it's just
yes.
You can have a question about any monster, and there's a fair point. It's going to be a troll.
That's true.
Yes,
fair enough.
yeah.
Okay.
So
shoot us down. Why don't you?
Happily. Nick, last one.
Okay.
It was pale green and luminous and wet. Its fingered end had hold of Frodo's foot and was dragging him into the water.
Yeah.
Sam on his knees was now slashing at it with a knife.
So that will be about the Watcher in the Water in the Fellowship of the Ring book.
Correct.
Yes.
And that's it, I think.
Nice easy one to polish off with.
Exactly.
I don't know if I've scored this right.
Yeah.
Because you got 2 for one of your questions. Did I only get 2 for one of my questions?
I got 2 for one of mine and 1 for one of mine.
No, I think you got... Did you get 4 completely right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But somehow I've written down 12 each. So I'll take a draw.
Yeah, because you got 1 for
I got 1 for the Gwyer Hill one, and I got 2 for the Goblin King
that's
one.
3. And so it is 12 each.
Wow.
Hey!
Yeah.
We could have just agreed a draw at the start, couldn't we?
Oh, contentious.
Oh, yes. We'll not go into that one. That's not today's episode. That's not today's episode.
Yeah.
Yes, 12 each.
Well
the first tie of the series.
Well done.
Nice. Yeah.
Puts me firmly in last place. Discovered by my own damn quiz.
I really enjoyed that. Thanks, Jonathan.
Good.
Yeah, that was good. Good one. It was very thematic as well.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Very good. So before we round up and finish off, is there anything else we need to add about monsters and what we love?
I think we've been pretty comprehensive.
No, I think everyone probably noticed that other than Guahia being mentioned in the last bit, we haven't actually mentioned eagles much at all.
Because we never see them, so we're not allowed.
They're mostly bullshit.
Yeah, basically.
They're pretty.
It's also one of the ones
to go up against.
There's not much to say about them anymore because everyone's so mad about them all the time.
Yeah.
You've probably just by browsing pages or watching videos on YouTube, you've probably heard everything there is to know about eagles. We're not going to give any insight.
By the time this goes out, you never know. There might be more playable. Yeah. So you never know. Fingers crossed.
Go ahead, knock down to 100 points.
Yeah.
Fab. Right, okay, so we'll finish off then. So we've got event shout-outs like we always do. Before we do that, if you want to get in touch with the podcast, do email in to talkingshire@outlook.com and we'll get your emails up, hopefully. We've got a few over the last couple of weeks we'll do in the next episode, and then we'll check in. We'll see what he's got to say. So events coming up. So we have Peterborough, which has now done 2 events. Has been pretty fun. So that's 200 points, no named heroes. That's every second Thursday of the month at Northern Alliance Games. If you want to come down for that, it's very beginner. We've got a few beginners down. People travelling as well. It's been quite fun. The meta has switched in the 2 events we've had so far. Hobbits very much dominated the first one, but it was very different the second one. Peter won it with his Assault on Helm's Deep with lots of berserkers, which was
Thomas won it.
Thomas won it. Yeah.
Jamie's trying to sneak a Northeast Sling into first position.
I don't even know who I said. I'm half asleep now. I've had so much monster talk. Sorry, Thomas. It's because he absolutely trounced us. It's all the back. I'm trying to forget about it. That's why. Anyway. Well done, Thomas. So I do have my event coming up this weekend. I think this should be going out hopefully before the event starts. And we will be doing our live stream on Saturday night, which is going to be a first.
Very exciting.
Yeah, it's quite exciting. So if you want to tune in to a live stream, because I'm going to hopefully get this out before it starts. Yes, so join me for that, for a preview. So that's this Sunday. Then the next event after that, I believe, is Gondor in 60 Seconds. Their next one. It's a GBHL 80 on March the 8th, Sunday March 8th. It's 500 points, and that's at Middlesbrough Gaming Club. So get down for that one. And the one after that, I believe, is Only Us Few Remain, which is the de-escalation event. That is at Northern Alliance Games. So that's 800 points first round, and then it goes down to 600, then 400, then 200 as the day progresses. So Alan Cameron's running that one. Have a look on the Facebook pages for that. That is on the Saturday the 28th of March. Yeah. So have a look at that. It looks quite fun. I've got my list already sorted. I've sorted it 2 months ago because I was just scrolling through ideas of what I could do, and I was like, would this work if I did something like this? And he was like, yeah, and I was like, cool, there you go. I'll do that then. So
I was tempted to do more rangers and just keep dropping rangers.
Yeah.
I'm sick of painting that colour.
Unfortunately,
de-escalation.
I don't think I'm going to be able to make that one, but my hypothetical list, if I could, was I was going to start with Thorin's Company, and this was on Alan's advice, keep dropping down and then switching to Lake Town with just the dwarves in Lake Town. Because if you take just the dwarves, it's 200 points.
Oh, that's fun.
And then you'd have to have Thorin, obviously.
Yeah.
And then they get I forget what bonuses they get, but they get some bonuses for being in Lake Town. Rerolls of something.
Fate or something. I don't know.
They get rerollable fate in Mirkwood Rangers. I don't know if they keep that in the Lake Town.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but yeah. That would have been my hypothetical. So if I do decide to go, I just don't know if I'm free.
Yeah.
But if I do turn up, that'll probably be what I have.
Yeah.
We've also got Nick and I and Jake Robson and Thomas Kindness are going up to Falkirk next weekend.
Travelling up there
to compete in the MESPG Scottish Championships.
Ooh, very fancy.
Are we holding out much hope for a podium?
I'm not sure because I think there's only 7 teams. So
okay,
if we have a good first round, then we're in the runnings for it because there's only 7 teams.
It's
sort of like either we're gonna podium or we're bottom table. There's no mid table when you got that few.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and then I'm off to Gathering at Grey Havens.
Oh yes,
on the 14th and 15th.
Nice.
So I've got a very busy
event
schedule.
Yeah, March is a busy one. There's quite a few events going on around the country. It seems everything just seems to culminate into March for some reason.
Yeah.
But have a look on the Facebook pages and stuff. See if there's anything you guys can go to. But there's plenty on offer.
Yeah,
wherever you're living. And I think that's us wrapping up for our Monsters episode. So thank you very much for your time and your. And I hope you've painted whatever you've painted, and we haven't bored you to death. So
I do need to paint. Maybe I'll just listen to this on Friday.
Yeah. Let's have a listen to it. Get some motivation.
God, I sound great.
All right. Okay. So with all that being said, we've been talking Shire, and we'll catch you next time.
See you.
See you later.